We are in Danla, and you are in the inn. It is a magnificently large round tent, but they are calling it the inn. You are in your rooms. You are, well, except for Odin, who is,
guarding the door.
yeah, I don't know, trying to make himself part of the scenery. And when you awaken in the morning, you awaken to a very refreshing smell of just different herbs, and you hear the birds twittering, and you wake up and it just seems like a very wonderful day.
This place seems too good to be true. It's a trap.
That's pretty much like the entire world so far here.
No, there's been you remember the rocks? Those were vicious, bad rocks that led to badness. So there's been bad.
And most of the stuff that's been bad was either from the other guy that we're chasing or just us running into things that we shouldn't be running into.
True. Anyways, I wake up and I have about an hour of meditation before I go anywhere.
All right. When you finally leave your rooms, you'll find a large, I shouldn't say a large round table. There's a round table in the center of the room, enough to seat the four of you. And it's got a huge spread of different fruits and vegetables and meats and cheeses and breads and all kinds of yummies and some jellies and everything. If you ever wanted it, it was on that table.
Yay, eats.
But are you staying outside of the tent?
Unless somebody wants to talk to me or something like that, yeah.
Okay.
Nobody wants to talk to you.
Aw.
Hawthorne.
That's why I'm outside of the tent.
What?
The hell?
What are you doing?
I go down and eat. With my cat.
Okay.
That's all. Nothing special.
Okay, apparently my dog broke one of the branches from our bush and is walking around with it like the trophy.
They're proud of it.
Apparently. He's like, look what I did! Anyways, sorry.
Alright, so Arlie is now eating, and Hawthorne and the Panther are now eating, and Odin is standing outside the tent.
Brings up a good question of, what are we doing with Radix's character?
You'll see.
Okay.
Just pretend he's there.
I finish eating and go outside.
So, we were expecting Whoozy Facets to come here, or was this a place on the way to the other place?
Yes.
That's how.
All right. So here's what we found out from last session, that trading season is in a month. Excuse me. And Luktar thinks that the person you're looking for will be here then, if you want to hang out. But he hasn't seen him in a while. At that point, the decision needs to be made as to whether or not to continue up to Ezer's or to go over to Sidon and go up to Lego.
Oh. Great.
So Hawthorne has finished eating and he has exited the tent.
I'll go with him. Oh.
I just imagine him out there playing fetch with the Panther.
No.
I don't know why, but that's what my brain envisioned.
Hide and seek. It's a little unfair because I'm invisible, but...
But the Panther probably could smell you.
we're linked anyway, so...
Oh.
Yeah, the pair of armor that I just tossed on is a mix of knights.
She disappeared again.
And,
That's
very berserker, but it's got the Mad King runes, so whenever I use an elite skill, ravens come and attack everything around it.
Okay, dog was ready to come in now.
As a reminder, your characters do not know that Radix is not here.
Okay. So, alright. So what do you guys think we should do about trying to track down this thing? My thought is sitting here for a month seems kind of silly.
I'm guessing you're outside the tent with them.
Yeah.
We'd
Well,
had Odom had come up with a general logic of if they had seen him go this way, if not go this way. I forget which was which though.
Last we'd heard, we thought he might have been in Lago and would come down to Sayadin by portal, and then go through to Ezers to take it over to the other island place, which I don't have the map open to get the name off the top of my head. If he is in Lago, like we could basically ask which way he traveled through town last time, and that would tell us which direction he was going, and then we can try and head that direction and head him off.
My impression was that they said that he hadn't been through there in over a year. Am I remembering that right?
Ish.
Yeah.
Either way, whichever way he was going that year ago is where he probably still is. Right now, our working theory is that he's using these portals himself to travel around.
Mm-hmm.
So, if he went through
Dunzo's a bitch.
if he went through from east to west last time, he would have been heading towards Sayadin to head up to Lago, which would mean that information was
No, I
right.
got double pulled.
So we could go that way and try and catch him at Lago on the way, because he's going to be coming back the same route we're taking. So hopefully we'll run into him or catch him.
Okay.
If he went through from west to east, then our information is wrong. He went the other way.
Okay. So we should probably head to Lago then. It sounds like.
Yeah, unless we can figure out that he went the other way. Like we have to ask around here which way he passed through last time.
Okay. So how about we mill about and ask and stuff? And I thought you wanted to trade stuff too.
I wanted to buy some equipment, but this doesn't
Hey.
look like the kind of place that might have equipment.
Oh, I thought it was
Depends
like
on the
In the sense that
equipment
I
you're
want to have
looking
like
to-
a nicely decked general store that I can buy all kinds of stuff.
Depending on the equipment you're looking to retrieve.
Yeah, like I was looking for like a really well-stocked general store that I could buy all kinds of stuff at, which I'm probably not going to find in a smaller village like this.
Yeah.
magic hamburger helper and stuff. Well, I was thinking of like what was it that first when we were traveling with the merchant before we got taken by the astral beings, he had the pot of like growth that solidified into yummy stuff. So I always imagined that as magical hamburger helper, because that always starts off looking really gross and then it turns into something edible.
Okay.
I'm just thinking of things like rope and pythons and that sort of stuff.
Oh, okay.
Chalk. My usual
Anything else
bag
in
of
the
tricks.
thing?
There's like the odds and ends for traveling and stuff.
Yeah, the miscellaneous pile of junk that I can pull out at any moment.
Okay. In that case, I will mill about town and see if I can suss out any more information from these people.
Okay.
And I would like to make a streetwise check because I'm really good at checks.
Okay.
Haha! That's a 29. Natural 20.
You hear people talking about a commotion that happened recently. Specifically last night.
There was a commotion last night.
Yeah, you hear people talking about a commotion last night. You hear people talking about how their one of the gardens was trampled, and that entire plot has been lost. They may not be able to salvage anything to sell.
Uh-oh. Okay, go over to where that plot was and check it out.
That would be where E is.
E. Hey, E. Oh, wait, I think I talked to E last time.
You talked to G. That'd be Lektar.
Oh, it was in a different town. I was
Yeah.
talking to somebody, and yeah. Okay.
So I'm guessing whatever trampled it there, when I was sitting like 20 feet away from it, I just didn't notice anything the entire night.
Nope.
Apparently, it was quiet. It was a quiet trampling. They were beasts. You didn't
Awesome.
really care.
I am the worst guard ever.
I know. So literally that happened. I'm not surprised I didn't wake up, but
Apparently, Odom, you needed more rest than you realized. And during that hour that you were completely out of it, they just tore the place apart.
that's awesome. All right.
Don't destroy my theory. My theory was sound until you opened your mouth.
Go away.
All right, so you're over with E.
Yep. I'm just
Arlie
looking
went to
around and looking
E where
around.
trampling took place.
Are there any like footprints or stuff, or is it what's the ground look like?
It looks like crushed herbs all over the ground. You can tell this was a very large herb garden, and they are all crushed. And you see like broken plants and everything.
But like there's not like individual depressions, it's just everything looks crushed as if like a giant thing was just like whoop, whoop.
It looks like something plowed through there. I don't know. How good are you at tracking stuff?
Is that nature?
I think so. Our pocket rule book is not with us, so
I think that's pulled up into nature now.
yeah, sure, we'll go with
We'll
nature.
give nature a try.
I
Why
can check
not?
if you want to give me a second.
Too late, sure.
14 on that.
Yeah, you just see broken plants.
Okay. So something's come through here. And is E kind of like poking around, like doing the, oh, worries me, what do I ever do?
He is frantically trying to salvage whatever he can out of this garden. So he is just bolting all over the place, like checking the different plants. It looks like, well, I should say it looks like he's bolting all over the place. He's methodically trying to check the different plants. If he can salvage anything, he's running it over to a safer location. If he's not able to salvage it, he's trying to pull it out so it doesn't destroy the plot, things like that.
Oh. I want to offer to help him, like, salvage any plants. Just give me a direction on what to do. Like, yeah.
Okay, he looks at you and goes, what do you know about marjoram?
About what?
Marjoram.
Oh, flowers? A little bit?
Okay. Thistle?
It's a plant.
Okay. Yeah, no, please no touchy. Please no touchy.
Okay.
And he starts running all over the place again.
Awesome. It's weird.
Is anybody else going to pipe in? Y'all just gonna sit there and stare at a bunch of broken plants?
Oh, right. Half a level plus. Okay.
Ruh-roh.
I was confused about how I had +5 to nature for a second. It's like, it's wisdom. My wisdom's not that high.
So we are in the field with E. I'm not going to give him a name. And the field has been trampled. And Arlie offered to assist. And he pretty much said, if you don't know anything about these herbs, don't touch them.
Mhm.
And go.
Did anybody come with me on this, or are you guys?
I'm hanging up right beside you.
It appears Odom and Hawthorne and the Panther traveled with you.
Oh, okay. Oh! Apparently, to update the map on my iPad, I have to close it and reopen it every time something moves.
Oh, now you're in trouble because I'm moving stuff all over.
Alright. Anyways. I look at Odom and Hawthorne and go, do you guys know anything about plants? Because I'm pretty useless on that.
They're mostly green.
It would be great if, like, you were an herbologist as a robot. That would be fantastic. Butterfly. Do you know anything about plants?
I'm trying to find out if I know anything.
Mister, I come from the Feywild.
And yet I have crap nature skill.
I was gonna say he's gonna be the only Fae who doesn't know anything about nature.
Pretty much.
I know the Fey nature, I don't know this nature. We'll go with that.
Okay.
Alright, so this Knoll is still running all over the place. Trying to clean up his garden.
You guys have any ideas about what could have done this right next to us without waking us up? 'Cause this seems pretty crazy. Huh?
Well, does Mr. E here know what might have done this?
I didn't ask him. Mr. E! Not to distract you from your very important planet saving here, but do you have any idea what caused this destruction?
He stops and he looks at you. If I knew, I would have prevented it. But I don't know.
Like, if you knew it was going to happen before, but, like, as it was happening, you could have seen it and been like, oh, you're a thing.
This doesn't happen. Normally it's like a certain plant, or normally it's like we find wolves sleep or coyotes or something sleeping in our garden. It's never an entire crop lost because it looks like somebody had a party in our garden. Was it you? Did you party in our garden? Because this is not
No.
acceptable in this area.
No.
I was standing over there for the entire night. I didn't hear anything. So, I mean, I might not have noticed if it was quiet and sneaky, but I would have noticed if it was a herd of wildebeest or something.
So, like, it was a quiet, sneaky something stomping all over the plants.
Yes.
He just shakes his head and he goes back to tending to the garden.
Okay. Puppy. Oh, go ahead.
I say, and
Well, what do you guys want to do now? Like, I can't help him, so that's about all I found out about walking around town. Oh.
We could go back to G and, what was G's name?
I
Lekdar.
think it was, she was
Lekdar.
Lekdar.
We could go back to him and ask him, because I forget, did he know who we were talking about?
He had a hunch, but he didn't
November.
know exactly.
We could
Yeah, October.
ask if his hunch knows
Yeah,
which
no,
direction
I'll let you know as soon as I know.
he went last time he was through.
No worries.
Other than
Okay.
that, we're at a coin toss to see which direction
Yes,
we go.
so-
Sounds like a good idea. Oh.
Should we go wake up the other one?
Yeah, we should, when we get the date, we should work it out, because it goes
So
so
wake up
quickly.
what
whoever
other
gets on
one?
First should just.
Roji. He's not
Oh.
here. He's still in bed.
Oh, I thought we didn't notice that he wasn't there.
So leave it afterwards.
Well, it's Cease just mentioned in chat that we would notice that he's not with us.
Like literally, we're sitting there waiting when they were open for the first time. Weren't able to get 3-day tickets.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that means he's not with us.
Like, you guys would notice he's not with you. He wasn't at breakfast. There was no. You would notice that he is not participating in the day's events.
What time of day is it?
It's early morning. So, I guess it's more like mid-morning.
Because he usually does a couple hours of meditation anyway.
It's true.
Or is it? Or are we at the point that we would realize that it's weird that he's not with us?
Although, yeah, normally
Yeah.
him and my meditations end
About the
about
same time.
Yeah. So he should be here. So let's go check back in the inn.
I can run back and check on him.
Okay. I think we should all go just in case there's some mean evil priestess thing.
Entire room is just painted in blood.
By the way, last week when you took off, we killed you.
You were the human sacrifice. Roll another character. Oh, jeez.
Hawthorne, upon entering the room, you notice that it is absolutely demolished. The bed is turned over. Everything is all over the place. And Roji is nowhere to be found.
All right.
How heavily are you going to investigate the room?
Is Roji's stuff here, or is it just him that's gone?
No, his pack is still there.
Oh,
But, like,
Okay.
you see his belongings strewn all over the room. Like they were looking for something.
I think we should take 20 and search really well his room. See if we find anything.
You would find a slit in the back of the tent where they came and left.
Oh, a slit in the back of the tent. Okay.
What did
Not
you
a
hear?
slut.
Arlie, get your mind out of that gutter. Jeez, woman.
It's like, what?
Yes,
It
Rosie was up to
suddenly
no
we
good
got
last
really
night.
Weird.
No chicks, man.
Oh my. Cheese, Arlie. Cheese and crackers. My goodness.
All right. So,
The guy who worships the sun god finally done in by a Knoll prostitute.
That's why you get cure disease.
Oh my. Alright, so you would find a slit, a cut, a rip in the back of the tent. You would notice that the bed is upturned, the mattress is not on the bed. You would notice that his belongings are all over the place, and that it's blatantly obvious that they were searching for something.
are things broken too? Like there was a struggle, or is it just like a mess everywhere?
It looks like an absolute mess.
It's weird. Anybody good at tracking to see if you can figure out where they went out the back?
What about the cat?
Kitty cat, yeah.
No.
Sniff him out.
Come on, your cat has to have scent.
No.
And unfortunately, we just realized that nobody is good at nature.
You're
Unfortunately,
a fairy from the Feywild who doesn't know nature.
well, I also stab things for a living.
And a cat that doesn't have scent.
Yeah, I
How does
don't
that
get
happen?
that one.
Oh. All right. Well, jeez. I can take my time and try to thoroughly search for tracks. Wow, twacks.
Twacks.
Great job. We're hunting rabbits.
Yeah. The highest I can get taking a 20 is 25, though. I don't know about you guys.
25 is the max I could get to.
Yeah.
I could get 26.
You're it.
See, you're the tracker.
Oh, yeah.
While they're starting to get ready to do tracking, I'm going to pick up all of Roji's stuff and
His bag is still there, so you could put it all back in his bag.
I'm going to put it in back in his bag and I'll put his bag on.
Okay.
Is the
Anything I-
staff still there? Or is
Okay.
it two
All of
staffs?
his belongings are there. Roji is not there.
Okay.
Okay, like if his staff is
Is it
there
his
in his
clothes?
pack, I'll just gulp
He's-
it down.
You would see like a change of clothes there, but it's obvious that he's still wearing clothes.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, like he disintegrated.
Man, he could have poofed out of his clothes. You don't know.
You said he could poop out of his clothes.
Poofed. Poofed. Poofed.
I totally heard pooped.
I heard pooped. So. Oh,
Okay, we need to make sure we are extremely enunciating our words tonight.
enunciate.
All right. Yeah, no, he
Alright.
did not poof out of his clothing. But you would notice his staff is there. All his weapons are there. His scrolls are there. Everything.
Okay.
Okay, I'll pack it all up into his pack, strap it on, since I don't have a pack of my own, and I'll strap since his staff won't fit in his pack, I'll just eat it.
Nom nom.
Well, he had two staffs.
I'll
Is
eat
it-
both.
Is it bad that the first thing I thought of was, is
Got
there
like 40
anything
cubic
of
feet
value
in my
laying
stomach.
around?
I didn't hear
Wait,
you.
what?
Got like 40 cubic feet of space in my stomach.
Oh, right. I forget about the. Yeah. Like, what are you doing? Oh, right. It's bizarre. So bizarre.
There are worse
Alright.
orifices I could have picked.
True. So does our diligent tracker find any tracks?
You would notice that by following the strewn of broken shrubbery, that it led back through the garden next to the inn, and
So
then
the
out
garden is
to the
collateral
town.
damage. Well, it means that this track is relatively easy to follow anyway.
Oh yeah, you could tell that they were very klutzy. Just because you guys are bad at nature, they were klutzy.
It was probably a pack of those Monitor who were like, I can hide really well.
Yes, there we go.
Jeez.
I suppose we follow.
Yep.
All right.
And I will go like 40, 50 feet ahead of everyone else. Since I'm invisible.
Oh. Hey, don't touch any lanterns while you're out there.
Yeah.
And you can fly, which is probably
Yeah.
quiet as hell.
I don't know. Wings flutter. He could sound like a bee, a giant bee. Zzz.
All right. You get just outside of town, and you notice that the path continues on for quite a while.
Okay.
Did you guys like bring your stuff with you?
I don't have my stuff anywhere else but me, so yeah.
I didn't.
My cat is always wearing my bags as saddlebags.
So Arlie, you'd have to go back and get your stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can run back and try to catch up with you guys. Because I assume like tracking you probably progress at slower than regular movement, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll do that. Clunk, 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 clunk.
This way, when we fall through another portal, you don't lose half of your stuff.
Exactly.
Because with our luck, that's what'll happen.
I don't know what you're talking about. Make it sound like I'm some evil DM or something.
All DMs are
All
evil.
DMs, yeah.
Part of the job description.
You have to be a little evil sometimes.
No, I'm not evil. I'm playful, but I'm not evil. Jeez.
Playful, like a cat with a mouse.
I'll have to find. There's a great Penny Arcade series of comics about DMing and where Tycho's trying to teach Abe how to be a good DM. I'll have to find those for you. It's hilarious.
That's why I don't DM, is because I tend towards where Tycho goes with it.
Like, dance for me, you little minions.
Oh my. Yeah.
Made a bad
no.
decision? TPK!
Yeah, no.
You should
No.
have done that. Alright.
I'm moving everything off of the map here because if we're going to leave the town is going to. I should probably screenshot this.
Yeah, I was gonna say, in case we come back. We come back and we're like, everything's different!
Yeah.
That was totally an inch to the left. My immersion is ruined.
This is not how I remembered it at all. And unfortunately, I have major OCD, so I can't just flop everything off the board.
Oh wait, Danla was an alchemy place too.
Herbology. Yep.
Yeah.
Related, yeah.
I thought you had wanted something having to do with alchemy for some reason, and this.
No, I just wanted a general store kind of place, which won't be here.
Okay. I'm
Not
reading
for another month.
Radix's notes.
Yeah, normally this is like the place to be to trade, but this is the off season.
Hey, there's an interesting question. Remember those healing herbs you gave us?
Mm-hmm.
We have to eat those for them to work, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So with Endis's character, how do we determine whether he used one or stored one?
The portable hole is actually, the opening is in his throat, so I can stick it in my mouth and mash it up, and that'll work.
Aha!
Just can't swallow.
It's like chewing tobacco.
Well, it can also be placed directly on the wound.
Oh, okay. That'll work.
Just don't ask me about potions.
They're absorbed through the metal. There we go. Alright.
Aww. Puppy just came over and laid down next to me. He's adorable. I wish I knew why Google Docs wasn't liking me.
And everything becomes travel size. Oh my.
Holy shit. That sounded like a strangled duck or something. It was like, wow.
It was something.
So how does the superior sigil with bleaching work on that house?
If it was for me, it was just my micro scraping across something or something like that.
Oh, that's probably what it was. Alright.
You and your diagonal paths.
Well, it's not actually a path. Hold on. Let's see.
It's trampled woodland brush.
Not exactly.
You and your diagonal shapes on the map.
Well,
But
I'm
we were
allowed
being
to be an
attacked by
audience.
a giant, unusually straight snake.
It's a wall ooze.
Two of them.
I did that once with not a wall ooze, but I had oozes attack a group, and if I remember correctly, piercing doesn't really do anything to oozes, and that's all they happened to have at the time. It was pretty funny. They pretty much ended up running away. It was awesome.
That's good enough. Alright, so you come out of the town over. Hold on, you guys are over here. I'm gonna say Arlie caught up with everybody pretty quickly.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not very good at nature, so tracking would take a while.
And just outside of town, you notice that there's this large field, and what is brown is actually like a tree lines. So it's just easier than making 8 billion trees. And but the center in the middle, where all the green is and everything, is a field. And you would notice that there are multiple tracks within this field.
Do they look similar to what we're following?
You would think so.
Do they seem to lead in any
good.
particular direction?
Kind of, but not really.
Is this field like tall grass or anything?
It's tall for you.
I fly at 5 feet up.
Well, not really then. Your feet wouldn't even touch it.
What?
It's not that tall. I mean, it definitely looks like it could use a cut, but it's not like, hey,
It's not more than a foot tall?
no.
Alright. Well, wait, so we see different paths that are going different ways, basically.
Correct.
And they all seem to be... Oh. Should we split up, maybe? Or just pick a path? Or
Well-
guess which one's the freshest?
Doesn't matter which path we follow. We know he had to have left the greenery here at some point. Would it be better to look around the outer edge?
All the paths don't go through the stuff. They go all over, right?
Some of them some of them are like, some of them look like they're going straight into the middle. Hold on. Let me draw some lines.
Lines! Oops.
That's an interesting path.
No.
Oh my.
Try and keep up.
Did we stumble into a Looney Tunes cartoon?
Maybe.
Because that's what these paths look like.
Alright, so... Yeah, all for the go around the greenery area and see if we can find where they come out, if they come out.
I'm gonna try and change the colors on these so you can... Whoop, not that color. So that hopefully we can detect them a little bit easier. Alright, ladies and gents. Good luck. You'd also notice that right about here. Oh, for crying out loud. Cheese and crackers.
Mm-hmm.
Right about there was a scuffle.
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 Well, let's head for the scuffle.
Yep. Straight on.
Seems to me if Roji woke up, he might have been fighting back against him.
It's probably a safe assumption.
You notice that from the center of that scuffle is where all these different lines come out, and actually, hang on, maybe more like there. All the different lines are splurging out from there, and it actually looks like he tried to get away, but it's not entirely certain which one is his track and which one is his captor's track.
Okay.
So it's not entirely certain if he got away, and if he did, which track is his.
I'm going to think that the blue or purple line there is not him, because I don't think he'd be dumb enough to run in a circle.
He could have been disoriented.
Well, if he was trying to get away, I don't think he would have been continuing to run the same direction that they were taking him.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe the black trail there seems to go south from us. I don't know if it's south. I'm just assuming based on the direction on the map.
No, yeah, you're spot on.
Okay.
So maybe we look off to the south there, just see where that ends. If it
Sounds
does
like
end.
a good idea. Yep.
You said the brown lines were tree lines?
Correct.
Is there much overhang over the field, or is it pretty much the canopy's pretty much along the line?
It hangs over the field a little bit, but not heavily.
Okay. I'm going to come to about, say there,
Okay.
and fly upward,
Okay.
just to get an aerial view, see if that reveals anything.
The aerial view reveals the exact lines that you see.
But no creatures in any direction that I can see.
You see like some squirrels.
Pertinent creatures.
Wow. Anything that would cause alarm? No.
Okay.
Alright, well, we should probably continue on.
Well, that black trail looks like it ends in the patch, does it? Or does it go to the edge of it?
No, it ends in the patch.
Is there anything special about the end of it? Like, does it look like another scuffle took place or something?
Upon investigation, you would notice that there is blood on some of the grass. And a larger area at the end of the trail has
Started
been
yawning.
has been compressed down, but it's not a space large enough to be a body, like a human or any large being for that matter.
So they might have tried to run away and then they grabbed them again.
Sounds likely.
So do we then eliminate that path?
Well, I mean, if it just ends where there's blood and it doesn't continue on.
Yeah, I think that eliminates itself, pretty much.
Yeah.
Alright, well, since these two out on the west side are close, I'm gonna come over there and go vertical again. See if I can see anything.
You notice that the paths continue on. You see broken branches and things further into the tree, and one of the paths suddenly disappears.
Okay.
Dun, dun, dun.
We should check out the one that suddenly disappears.
What about the southern path there? I'm just going to go take a look at that while we're poking around.
When you get to where that trails off in the grass, you notice that it is made by a small creature. It would not be something alarming, would not be something large enough to be humanoid. Maybe something slightly smaller than the panther.
Okay, so
would have made that path.
that's probably not the way we want to go then. So we need purple or orange. One of them disappears. May as well check the end of that if we can see where it ends.
All right. So now we follow the purple path.
Purple!
Because out of character, if I was trying to run away, I would totally conceal my path and hope they take the other one.
Yeah.
That's it. I just want a whiteboard and a magic marker. That's all I want anymore.
We need to all get together at a convention and have a D&D night.
Oh, that'd be fabulous. Except, yeah, Silveras doesn't travel.
Aww.
Yep.
Where are you guys? I don't even remember.
PA.
Oh, okay.
We're in Pa. All right. This is literally like all trees. Let's put it that way. In
What?
this
All trees?
vicinity. The path disappears abruptly. No. Maybe something bigger than that.
You can move me with over by Odom. I'm just gonna stay with him at the moment.
Actually. Yep. I'm not gonna make it easy on you guys. Love y'all, but
Oh.
actually.
Holy shit.
You would be starting out roughly where the panther is.
I see the panther all the way on the right side next to me.
Yep. That would be the tree line. That would put the meadow behind you. Alright, so this would be the general direction that the path went.
Okay.
And you would notice that the
Oh,
path...
all the green things are trees? Is that what you were saying?
Yipper.
Okay. I just updated it, so it was like, boom.
Welcome to Tree Haven.
And
Alright.
she's still making more.
No, they're not trees, they're minotaurs. And they're all angry.
Arr, we're
They're
angry.
minotaurs pretending to be trees.
They're hiding. Shh.
And apparently they all received perfect scores from the judges.
Alright, so as Hawthorne would recall that the path that you're following, the trail that you're following ended abruptly about 20 feet in to the grass, or into the trees.
Alright.
Is there anything we can notice about the end of the trail?
Nope. Just poof.
We should go to the end of the trail and kind of search around.
I'm going to go like 30, 40 feet beyond the end of the trail, just poking around.
Okay.
Anything out there?
I'll fan out and do the same thing. Like, poke, 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 poke.
I'm searching, so if you want to roll, I'll roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna make you guys roll.
I'll be doing the same, but from the tree limbs. I assume the cat will be doing the same as much as it can.
Rolled a 17, so that's a 23 total, or 22 total.
Alright.
Were you still on nature?
Yeah. We'll do,
Nature or perception?
It's either perception or nature is the same result for me, so.
yeah, let's do... Harder. Let's do perception, just because I know that's going to be higher for some of you for nature.
Okay.
Just make sure that you are moving your character where you're investigating. Because that is pertinent.
So where exactly did the trail end? Is that where we are, or?
There, where yellow is-ish.
Okay. So I want to, somebody could move me to the south of the tent, the one there. If that makes sense.
That one?
Such a pain in the ass. So you have the yellow, and then there's a green thing right below that. I want to be right below that green thing and searching there. Yeah, basically like that. Yay. And what is my search?
Alright, Endis, you got a what?
23.
Okay.
Oh.
From where you are, you would notice that there's maybe a broken branch or two that's low on that tree, but nothing that would really spur an interest in you.
Okay.
I got a 13 where I'm searching.
Okay, you found a tree. It's a
Yeah!
very pretty tree.
I'm always so good at searching and
And it's
seeing
right
things,
next to your hands.
which are still shiny.
Hawthorne noticed a tree that's in perfectly good condition. The grass near it does not look disturbed. And Carlin would have noticed that I don't know which tree he's inspecting, but either one of them would have been in good condition. Nothing of notice would have happened.
Well, I got a tree over here, guys. Woo.
So we want to try the other trail?
Well, I think
I got a
it's
couple
weird
broken
that it
branches
just
here, but that's it.
ended. Wait, you got some broken branches?
Yeah, but they don't look like anything.
Well, but it could be an indication of people passing through.
It's kind of low to the ground. You can come take a look if you want.
Sure. I come over and see if I can tell anything else about this. Ooh. I have a 23 that time.
They look like broken branches. There's nothing notable about them. You would notice, though, between the two of you, that it is kind of in the same trajectory of where the path ended.
Okay, so it's like something passed through there. Or like a gust of wind went through and broke the branches or something. Something went through and broke branches.
If it's possible something went through, let's go further down the same route and check again.
Find anything.
I figured
That's
he
what
wouldn't.
I'm saying.
I'm going to test the thought just for 1 second.
Hawthorne Street is the same as the last. Are you guys announcing or sharing your tidbits of information as you're finding stuff?
Yes.
I
Yeah.
did, yeah.
Only if I actually find something.
I would say that it looks like something passed through here. So let's go through here.
I went further down and I'm checking again.
I will stay with Odom, basically.
I have wings.
Hawthorne somehow managed to hit himself in the head with a branch.
Wow. That's amazing. I got a 19 on my continuing to search.
There's something weird about the tree that Arlie's standing next to.
Yeah, I keep changing the color. I have to find a color that I like. That'll work.
It's pink.
Well, it's to show the ones that found something.
It's a snuffula tree. Or truffula tree. Why did I say snuffula tree? Wow.
You didn't notice anything, and Carlin's tree is perfectly fine. So, Odom, you're at which tree now?
That
The
one
one
that you
that's-
just highlight, yeah.
That one? Okay. That one you would notice that there doesn't seem to be there doesn't seem to be any branches broken, but there's a little bit of bark scraped off.
Bark scraped off here. I don't know if it's anything.
It's something.
Looks like they got sneaky.
Wow. Considering they trampled, like, they totally ransacked one of the rooms where we were staying and trampled through a giant area where we were staying and nobody noticed. I think they were sneaky the whole time.
I'm blaming magic.
Carlin didn't find anything, but Hawthorne found a couple broken branches on his tree.
Oh. Somebody can move me
Hey!
up with them.
It's a good roll against
Hey,
the other
that's
tree.
it's a good
Rocking
one.
that one. Wrong one.
All right.
They keep finding things when they keep going the same path, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the one.
All right. Hawthorne's tree is fine. Carlin didn't find anything. Odom would notice that the tree directly in front of him. What's the word I'm looking for? I think my brain just checked out.
Protractor.
The tree directly in front of you looks like somebody may have like bumped up against it real hard or something. You notice like there's leaves all around the bottom of it.
Yeah, I think we got a trail here.
Sounds promising.
Keep smacking through stuff, so.
Hawthorne would have noticed that there were scuff marks around the base of around the base of the tree that he's standing at. Carlin's tree is just a tree.
Hey, natural 20.
Ooh.
Oh, that one's a different color.
Uh-oh.
Did I find him hanging from a tree?
Nothing's hanging from the tree. Hawthorne, upon investigating this tree, you notice that it is not a real tree.
It's a fake tree.
I realize it's not a real tree, but do I know what it is?
It's artificial. It's fake.
It's
Straight up
plastic.
It is there.
Dare I ask if it's a fake tree made out of wood?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's a fake tree made out of wood.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But you notice, like, the leaves are cloth. They're not real leaves.
What if I, like, knock on it? Is it hollow?
Mm-hmm.
Are you communicating this to anybody?
But you're right behind me, so I would yell it to you.
I haven't moved because I can't move myself, but I said a while back I was staying with Odin. So.
I, pull out a dagger. Kind of etch at it. See if maybe I can work my way through.
I'm going to heft my double-bitted battle axe. Stay out of the way.
I was going to say, don't cut the butterfly in half.
Out of character, let's just hope that they didn't decorate Rogie as a tree.
If it starts spurting blood, I'll stop.
Good thing you don't have a vorpal blade.
Before anybody bangs into that thing.
Okay, well, I'm going to try and
I'm
hack into
checking
the
it for
tree.
traps first.
Aw.
Not very well, but I'm checking it for traps.
You notice there's something suspicious.
I relay that it might be trapped.
Is the, like, a door that's trapped, or what? Because if it's the door, I could just chop a hole in the backside.
You don't see a door.
Since I found that it appears suspicious, I'm just going to do a take 20 and be real cautious in searching for whatever trap might be on it.
You would notice that there is a limb that has a trigger on it that would create an opening to venture.
It's basically a handle to pull down to open a door.
You go with that.
I do that.
The side opposite of where you're standing shutters and shifts, and a door just kind of goes plop. And the inside of the door is steps that lead up into the entrance.
Ooh.
What noise did it make again?
Plop. Give me a sec, I gotta grab water.
water too. Good idea. Woo-hoo.
Wait, awake. Oh my. Oh dear. What? Peanut.
It's one of physics lines. He's doing the rhyming game on the boat.
Mm.
Stop it, physics. No, I mean it. Anybody want a peanut?
I don't think that word means what you think it means.
I'll volunteer to be the first to go in the tree.
Okay.
Since I can go in invisibly.
Okay.
I'll go in second since Arlie's not here to say otherwise.
Right. She's gonna follow you anyway. You enter in, and you notice that it's extremely dark, like pitch black. There's no light coming in except from what is behind you.
Okay, I'll pull out my floating lantern then.
I have low light vision.
Okay. Well, even in low light vision, it's still difficult to see because beyond 20 feet out, it's pitch black.
Well then.
With the lantern out, you notice that it appears to be some sort of a dungeon. The floor beneath you, once you're fully into the tree, leads down in steps into a darkened area, a darkened area that what's the word I'm looking for? I know. That let's see here. The steps that you walk down are going to be wooden. Once you get down to the steps, you'd find a short hallway that is rock, essentially. And when you look out 20 feet, it looks like you enter into a small room.
What's in the room?
Are we fully going in without Arlie?
I'm invisible. What do I care?
Okay. Allow me to arrange said map.
Or do you mean out of character?
What do you mean?
Like, out of character, did I want to wait for her to come back? Is that what you were getting at? Or do you mean, would my character go in and care if she was behind me?
Well, if we
Both.
trigger a fight, we can wait until she gets back. So.
Okay, well. Allow me a moment to arrange the course.
Okay.
I just realized my husband left and went somewhere with the dog, and I have no idea where they went.
How nice of him.
Maybe he went to go find Roji.
I'm assuming he went to town and took the dog to walk around town, but who knows? Anywho.
So they have decided to enter into the tree.
Alright. Sounds like a solid plan.
When in doubt, enter the tree.
So, scout out.
He is. We're just waiting for the thing to get drawn.
Ah.
Then when we see a bad guy, I'm going to charge it.
This is where we get to the bottom, find a room full of 7 of him, and have to decide which one's the real one.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Stab each one.
That's what I would do.
He's not a mage. Doesn't have mirror image. Jeez.
This is where we go down into the basement, and there's just a big old, what is it? The mirror that makes evil copies of yourself.
Oh, that's terrifying.
It is. It often leads to a party wipeout, too.
All right. So I moved Arlie because she's the one that can't move herself.
Thank you.
Hint, hint, boys.
Poke, poke.
All right, so you get into here and you notice that it's a very large room. You can only see, it's like, let's say 20 feet out, so 4 squares out. It is a very large room, though. It is fairly empty. Immediately, you would notice to your right and to your left, Hawthorne, that there are doors leading into rooms. The doors are shut.
I go to my right, up to the door.
Door is locked.
Is there any kind of opening that I can see through?
Negative.
Keyhole, anything?
Nope.
Door's locked,
Door is locked.
but there's no keyhole.
Nope.
I go to the door that would have been on my left.
Okay.
It's kind of hard to pick a lock that doesn't have a hole for me to pick.
Yeah. That one would not have a window. There is a doorknob and keyhole on that one. Will you shut up?
I assume it is also locked.
Oh yeah.
And there's nothing in the room?
Can you look some keyholes?
No, I mean in the other room that we're looking at here.
What in the hell?
Like the main central area.
He only looked out 20 feet.
Well, I'm stepping forward and looking. While he's poking around at the doors.
You notice something. Right about there.
Something.
You can't make out exactly what it is, but you notice a shadowy shape.
Okay, I'll walk closer.
I was gonna say, stab it!
Meanwhile, I'm opening the door.
Okay. Odom, it looks like it is a cave-in happened right there, and it's not that the wall collapsed, but the ceiling collapsed onto something.
Onto something, like another person who snuck in.
thing, not someone.
Well, what did it look like? What does it look like it fell onto?
You can see metal under there.
Can I pull the metal out?
Nope. You can see little glints of metal reflecting from your lantern underneath the rubble.
Can I clear some of the rubble out?
I don't know. Can you? How strong are you?
21 strength, I think. Yeah.
Let's see some rolls. You pick the lock. The door will happily open for you.
$21 for a strength check.
All right, you're able to pick up most of the boulders that have fallen on there.
Okay, I'll shift them out and see what's underneath it.
You would notice a platinum chest.
Got a chest here.
I immediately pull back from what I'm doing. And go over to the chest. I'm going to assume it's locked.
Oh, that is a very safe assumption. There are 3 locks on this chest.
Oh, good. Gonna try to pick the leftmost lock.
A 19 would not pick it.
You can always look for the keys.
I'm going to try to pick the rightmost lock.
Someone can move me up by Odom and Sylvan.
You notice that with some struggle, you were able to get that lock to click.
I'm going to try the center lock.
That one
Probably
with
just smash the lock, you know?
extreme struggle was able to open.
I'm going to try the left one again.
All right, you were able to open that lock.
Yay! I pop the thing open, see what's inside.
The snake jumps out and bites you.
There's a key inside of a chest.
Maybe for that door you can open.
But there was no hole in that door to put a key.
Maybe
You would
have
also
to
find
put
a
the
rock.
key pipe.
A rock and a key. I pocket the rock and the key
Okay.
and go right back to the room where I was.
I'm going to keep going around this room since I don't want to get jumped in the back by somebody. So is there anything else in here?
You notice a couple other cave-in spots. One right about there. Right about there. You would also take note that there is a hole in the floor.
Ooh, a hole in the floor. That's promising.
Here-ish.
If I go up to the hole and look in, do I see anything?
You see dark.
I'm holding my
Yeah.
lantern over top of the hole. Do I see anything down there?
You see some dark, some spiders. You hear water.
I'm going to pick up a rock and drop it down.
It hits water.
Probably a waste chute then. If we run out of other stuff, we can go exploring it later. Yes. Hawthorne got that door open.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's in there?
that's what I've been waiting on.
That's why I'm doing this, is because I don't think we should just pop the door open and like just ignore it completely. I just didn't want to be working on opening that door and then have like 15 gnolls charged from the shadows of the hall that we haven't checked out yet.
Hey, every gnoll that we have met so far has been really nice and courteous.
Okay, 15 driders.
Okay.
The brown walls simulate where there's a jail cell in that room, and that is the walls to the cell.
That's the only thing in the room?
The cell, and then there's an exit.
An exit other than... Oh. Is there opening to see into the cell?
Oh yeah, it's bars.
What is in the cell?
Some animals.
What kind of animals?
You see a half-dying bear.
Oh, I was just waiting for a nature check.
Yeah, you would notice that there's a half-dying bear and what appear to be maybe her cubs laying there with her.
Oh. Oh.
Okay. What do I see at the exit?
I'm trailing behind him.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep sticking with Odin.
You would see a long hallway.
Is it dark down the hallway?
Very dark. There are no lanterns anywhere, so the only light you have to see around is the light that you brought with you.
Okay. I'll pull out one of my ever-burning torches.
Okay.
Now the question is, do we want to go down the hallway or turn around and fiddle with the door with no keyhole?
I think we should go down the hallway for now.
There's two other collapsed in areas we could also dig out, like where we found the chest under.
I still think we should go down the hallway. Search this area out.
Yeah, we can always come back later.
I head down the hallway.
Right behind him.
And right behind him too.
Alrighty. You notice that it's a hallway. Nothing of note.
I go to the end of the hallway.
And the hallway turns.
I hop into the corner of the hallway where the turn happens.
Give me a second. I'm hard at work over here.
Hardly at work, gotcha.
Okay, thanks. You would notice that it leads down to even more of a hallway.
I just didn't want to run around the corner and have something stab me in the face.
It's fine. I need time to create the rest of the map.
Just to validate your drawing of the map, I kind of come out to where I would see these apparent different directions.
Can you back up a minute?
No.
For some reason, my line wants to link to you, and I don't want it to touch you.
Okay.
Don't let the lines cross.
Don't cross the stream. Alright, so when you look down the hallway, you would notice that the hallway continues further. You would also notice that it splits off into two other hallways where you see some doors.
I come down to the first doorway.
It's a door.
Yay, it's a door.
Window or anything to see through?
Mm, none of these doors will have windows. They're all straight, solid wood doors
Okay.
with iron hinges. This one happens to have a latch.
I try to open the door.
It opens.
I then go into the room.
Welcome to the pits of hell.
Uh-oh.
No, there's nothing overly interesting that you would see right away from walking into the room.
I investigate all over the room.
It's a room. It appears to be empty. You don't find. Yeah, you wouldn't find anything in there. Which door are you in? Oh, well, hold on. I'm missing walls over there.
Well, that's not my fault.
Sorry. Hold on.
Ooh.
Yes, I went into that room.
Yeah,
Nothing there?
nothing there.
Alright. I then back out, go down the hallway, and into the next room. Assuming the door is unlocked.
The door is not unlocked.
Well, crap. I take my time and pick the lock. Nice little take 20.
All right. Yeah, you're able to get into the room.
I go into the room.
As soon as you enter into the room,
Stop the yawning.
sorry. As soon as you enter into the room, you hear a clanking.
Uh-oh. Clanking isn't good.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Clanking
don't
is
like-
amazing.
We don't like clanking.
You hear a loud clanking.
Coming from...
The way you came.
So not in the room.
Not that you would be able to notice.
Well, that's ominous.
I look around the room.
Clanking's our problem.
carrying anything that lights the room for you? Or is everybody just following you into rooms?
But he's got his torch, which should give me at least enough light peering around the corner for low light vision.
Okay.
Should.
Alright, you look around the room and you notice that there's shackles hanging in the corner. You would notice that there's is something that would appear to be used as a cell to hold multiple people or beings, but it is currently empty.
Whole room's empty, nothing in here at all?
Nothing that you would find interesting.
Alright. I turn around and leave. And come to that door.
Alright, give me a second here.
Let's say, what about the clanking that we heard?
He's too interested in doors.
Yeah. If you're gonna make all these rooms, I'm gonna be opening doors. Your fault for making rooms.
Technically you don't know that they're all there.
Sure I do.
You never put anything on the map for players to see unless they know it's there, because otherwise they'll explore everything.
Oh, I know, but I'm just like,
No, I don't blame you.
yeah.
Well, I mean, I was already here. I would have seen that it's a T intersection. Or a cross intersection. I went one direction, so now I go the other, and I'd say, hey, a door.
It is the door. Give me one moment. I'm almost completely finished.
No momento.
I just need a second. All right, that looks good. Oh, hold on. I've got open hallways here. What the heck? Let's close these off. That looks good. It's garbage, but it looks good. All right, there we go. Dun dun dun. You go to the door. The door is not locked.
I open the door and walk in.
You enter into the door. Into the door. You enter into the room, and you notice that this would be something that looks like a sleeping quarters. Ish. It reeks of disgusting, unbathed persons.
Yeah.
And the bedding that's thrown all over the floor is ragged and torn and old and grimy. There's just dirt everywhere. It's gross. This room is disgusting.
No being in it, though.
You find a skull.
Yeah.
I back out of that room.
Yeah, just a skull.
Oh god, I'm resizing myself.
Stop doing
Are
that.
we sticking with him, or have we stopped Endus? Because I was behind you in the hall, so.
I think no, and just
I'm operating under the
There he
presumption that if anyone's going to run into trouble, it's going to be the guy opening doors. So I'm sitting there ready to whack whatever it is in the face.
Okay.
I proceed further down the hallway.
Okay.
Is that door locked?
No.
I open the door and walk in.
You immediately get a stench coming out of this room
Oh goody.
of rotting corpses.
Oh goody.
Yummy.
Are there corpses laying around? Or
Oh,
is it
yeah.
just- oh goody. What can I tell what they are?
No, they are far, far too decomposed.
And that's all that's in here is corpses.
Rotting corpses.
I am leaving that room. And proceeding to the end of the hallway.
Are you shutting the door behind you?
Yeah, because that one stinks.
Okay, good.
This
Okay.
is when we found out it was full of zombies.
Oh good.
Alright, you're at that door.
Is it unlocked?
Nope.
I take my time again. Pick the lock.
If you can't pick it, we could always just The Shining it. Just
The Shining it. Awesome.
Here's Totem.
Oh my. What level are you guys again?
8.
8.
Alright.
I do believe that means she's generating an encounter.
Ah.
I'm resetting because what I had didn't work.
which either means it was way too low level or she was going to kill us.
Way too low.
So now
okay.
she's gonna kill us.
Yeah, there we go. Alright, you unlock the door and... How much noise are you guys making?
Well, I'm walking
I'm not
around
being
in
quiet.
late, so
Well then, yeah, because me and the cat are all but silent. I'm taking my time picking the locks, so I'm not being all fumbly.
Okay.
So basically, the loudest noises should be that bird behind me, Odom walking,
and me
the
walking.
lock clicking, and the doors opening.
Okay.
Because I would imagine a 7-foot thing.
Are
walking
you
around
like
plate
banging the
beer.
doors open? Or are you just kind of
No, I am opening them enough to squeeze my body through.
like... Okay. You open the door and you hear snoring.
And what do I see?
Do you have a lantern?
I've
There's-
got one like 10 feet behind him.
And I have low light vision.
I don't know how much light's really gonna come through 10 feet behind you in a hallway through a door the size of your... with an opening the size of your body. I'm gonna be honest.
I would say a low amount of light.
You can maybe probably see like the entryway, but you wouldn't see like into the back of the room.
That's what I was gonna say. So, like, immediately inside the door, you don't notice anything, but you hear snoring.
I can just
Can
bring the
I-
light in.
Okay.
Did you say you throw the light in?
No, bring the light in.
Oh. Okay.
So I'll walk over and just open the door and hold the lamp up.
All right. I'm not sure that's better, but all right.
Stealth is for other people.
All right.
Sure.
Let's see if I can find a picture of this.
Uh-oh.
I don't want WoW. What are you doing here?
Want to play? Wow. Can't. Stupid Comcast.
Oh, it's not giving me an image of what I need.
Just give us a,
You
Verbal.
you see like what looks like a serpent, maybe a snake-esque.
Wait, it was a snoring snake?
Snake-esque
Okay.
curled up in the corner of the room.
That's worse, by the way.
Yeah.
is that the only thing in the room?
That you can tell.
Is there a kind of knowledge to roll to see if we know what the snake-esque thing is?
Sure.
And what would that be?
I'll let you take a look at what you got, and if I think it'll work, go for it. I'll be lenient.
Mm-hmm. How about religion?
Not a chance.
Could do a history. See if I like recognize a story about this thing or something.
You can
Maybe.
go with that. I'll buy it.
I have no skills that let me figure things out.
I have a 19.
You would recognize it. Well, you're not in the room, but if you were in the room, you would
I'm peering
recognize it.
over Odom's shoulder as he's like, because I was right behind him.
Okay. Well, you would recognize it as a cobalt serpent.
Oh, guys, that's a cobalt. Yay!
Should we kill it or
I would say we should probably leave it alone unless we have a reason to kill it.
I'm all for killing.
well, is it intelligent or
Do I know if it's intelligent or not?
Your stories that you recall would tell you that it can be trained.
It is trainable, but like it's sleeping right now. Like you should just let it be. It's not guarding anything.
So it's an easy kill. That's a coup de grace right there.
No, I think we really should leave it alone for right now.
can we relock the door? Because I don't think I can use a key.
Sure. Relock the door, stealthy roguey thing.
I assume if I can unlock a door, I can lock it.
That's what I'm assuming.
So we all just kind of tiptoe backwards out of the room?
Yeah.
I don't know. How well does Odom tiptoe?
Not.
About as well as me.
All right,
Clomp,
so,
clomp, clomp.
Odom, I need something I need a roll on that. For you to
Stealth?
stealthily get out of that room.
You're gonna
This is
ask
not
him
good.
for a stealth check? Oh god.
Should
Could
I
be
give you
worse.
one too, since I'm right behind him? And
If you normally make cling around, yeah.
Oh yeah. Hey.
Hey!
16.
Oh crap.
Would you
That's
get
absolutely perfect.
Arlie?
Wow. I got a 16.
Arlie didn't wake the beast. Ventus, however,
We do kill
And
it.
just tripped over his feet.
No, I just tiptoed by like stomping.
Odom apparently kicked the door on his exodus and woke the beast.
Told you we should have just coup de grace it.
You notice that the beast is starting to stir.
Close the door quickly.
Not quite awake yet.
I'm charging it.
What? No, close the door.
And roll for initiative.
I was like, close the door, leave the butterfly in there, he'll be fine.
24.
Uh,
Damn it! 23.
Jeez. What is my initiative?
I wanted to beat Silverhead.
Yeah, we had even rolls.
Ah, there it is. I have a 17 for initiative.
Alright.
Luckily, the creature's initiative should be like -6.
So it goes to Hawthorne first.
Yay, I'm gonna charge it and stab it in the face.
There's an exclamation point under my name.
We haven't done combat in
letter.
a while.
Oh no, I'll fix it. Never mind.
I got it.
Let me...
The
Double
giant that woke
check.
the beast did it.
Okay, I'm going to use my unbalancing trick. Kind of confuse it as it's waking, and I kind of go over to the right like I'm gonna leave it alone. Then I charge right at it, stab it in the face.
Okay.
Poor thing.
Poor thing.
Probably
See what I'm
somebody's like pet like dog or something, but pet stink, you know?
And 33 versus AC.
That's a hit.
Alright. What's my damage? $27 damage. And it's knocked prone.
How the hell do you get that much damage? Is that a
My-
daily or something?
No, that's my standard charge. I get 2d8 on my sneak attack. The weapon's 1d8. I have surprising charge, which adds 1 weapon damage. And I think it's my weapon is a vanguard weapon that gives an extra 1d8 on a charge.
Jeez. Okay.
Alright, and we go to Endus.
Well, I'm just going to charge right in and smack it with a crushing surge.
Okay.
My boots also let me shift 1 away at the end of combat. So
That's excellent. That's really good.
He is now wildly flailing at the beast.
No, it's not good because I won't hit him. It's good because it makes it, if he tries to chase Hawthorne, I get to smack it again. AC 17.
That is a miss.
Oh,
That's okay. I still gain 6 temporary hit points.
I know, but it still has an upright position and down. Basically, its movement can be stand up. Basically, prepare itself. It can't like move. It's a good question, though, since you're a snake.
Alright, I need to get some feedback from you guys on this.
Mhm.
He knocked it prone, but it's a snake. So there is no standing up, there is no laying down, it's always on the ground.
I think it just is prone and it doesn't matter.
yeah, I'm not sure how it works in.
Just didn't make sense to me. I'm like, it's a snake.
Yeah.
There is no... Like, it could still, like, rear back and, like, snap at your feet then. I don't know.
Well, I mean, maybe think of it like, you know how snakes, like, will raise up, so, like, well...
That's what he was saying. That's what Soraz was saying. But I was like, well, what does it matter then? Because he could just, like, rear back and attack from you. Like, basically attack your feet then. You know? Like, take your feet out from under you. So
Well,
it's just...
in order for a snake to do that, they have to be coiled. They can't be just straight out and do like that. They have to pull in to get out.
Yeah, I
so
feel like-
maybe
spring
the
back.
prone like spread him out and made him go blah, so that he has to gather himself back up. That would be equivalent to him getting up.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess.
The actual prone effect, in addition to saying that it's laying down, says it can only move by crawling, teleporting, being pulled, pushed, or slid. It gets the -2 attack rolls, and it grants combat advantage to everyone. So, essentially, even if it's not
Damn it.
a matter of it laying down versus standing up, it still has the negative effects of prone. So it pretty much would have to, like, re-ready itself.
Alright, my mouse died again. Give me a second.
I mean, we could say that it's not actually knocking it down, it's just knocking it around and over so that it has to reassert itself and get into position to strike again.
Speaking of, in your 17, did you take combat advantage?
No.
Alright,
So it would have been an 18, I think.
19. I think.
Actually, what
So
does charge add anything to an attack roll?
Charge has a +1. And then from it granting combat advantage.
Because yeah, then it would have been a 20 if it was granting me combat advantage.
Still wouldn't have hit.
Yeah, it was a crap roll. I rolled a 4.
And I did, and he was completely restless, running in circles, and he kept stealing the plastic top to the container and trying to run off, even though he was tied to my legs, so he was literally running in half circles back and
Yeah.
forth.
Silly.
So it is the beast's turn.
Aw. I didn't get bet for before the beast. Ooh.
And
Oh, and I marked it, by the way, so that's -2 to hit anybody but me. That works whether I hit or not.
Can multiple people mark the same creature?
Mm-hmm.
sure.
I think so.
Odom and Hawthorne, you realize that you are now moving slower
That's okay.
and your vision has faded.
Faded.
You are blinded and slowed.
So you can't see. You
Right.
see nothing.
That's not nice.
No, it's not. Of course, you woke it and then ran in and bashed it.
Actually, I missed it, so
You tried to bash it. Um.
Intentions count.
You can, at the beginning of each of your turns, you can try and do a will save to end this.
Alrighty.
And it goes to Arlie.
Yay! Finally!
What do you mean will save?
Sorry, it's just
Just
versus will.
Well, if it's versus will, it's an attack.
Well, that's just it. The way that this works is it works in an area of the serpent.
Okay,
So it's
but
his guarded area. So it's it's on you, period. And at the beginning of your next turn, you can try to save against it.
but what I'm saying is in 4th edition there is no save versus something. It's just a save where a 10 or better on a 20 you save.
It just says save, and it just says it's versus will. Target is blinded and slowed, and the save ends both.
for a lot of
Okay.
effects in 4E, it doesn't. You don't necessarily have to do a save to. Like, you can get the effect applied, and then you got to save to get rid of it. So you don't have to roll an attack to get it applied all the time.
Like
So,
if this
like,
was
when the attack happens, they'd roll a will save to resist.
Like in 3.5
Resist
for almost everything, you'd have to say you'd get to save if it tried to do something like this to you. But in 4th edition, it just gets applied half the time.
yeah, it's not telling me anything like that I have to roll anything to apply it or anything.
Hey,
If I was using it as a poison, I'd have to, but because it's the area thing, I don't have to do anything. I don't know. But yeah, we're gonna go to Arlie.
Alright. Yay. I have my mouse back. What do I want to do to him? He's not prone anymore, right? He had his turn, so.
He didn't change positions or anything.
Okay. In that case, can somebody move me up to being to the right of Odom, please? And I will try and slash at him. What do I want to do?
Where does it state what its guarded area is?
It doesn't.
Alright.
Would you like me to let you know where the guarded area is?
Yep, I'm just gonna try to use my at-will valiant strike on him. Oops, and this went away.
Yeah, I'm getting a thing in Skype saying there is a problem with this call.
Oh no. And things were going so well. Hey, there's Endis.
That was weird.
I have no idea what the heck just
Welcome
happened.
back.
It just came up on my end and said there's a problem with this call. Hang on while we try to get it back. And you went away. They were fine. You went away and then you came back. I'm like, okay.
I don't know.
I think ISPs are trying to mess with us.
We welcome your return.
It's not letting me join the call.
But you are here.
Yeah, it was the version that I'm using is messed up.
Oakley dokley.
Yeah, my only question on the guarded area is because I shifted away. So if it's
There we go.
one,
I don't know why it's-
hit.
No, I'm doing a 10-foot.
Okay, I'm just saying it doesn't say what its guarded area is. It just is within its guarded area.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna try and slash at it. Versus AC.
Okie dokie.
5, 6 plus 16. Sorry, I'm having a math moment. I think I did it right, but my brain's like, no, that's not right.
So share your numbers and we will assist.
I'm pulling it. Oh, crap. Never mind. 16 plus 6 is 32? 22. See?
16 plus 6
It's 22, right?
it's 22.
Alright. Yay.
So it
So-
is.
22 versus AC.
Did not hit.
What?
What? Yep. Nope.
Well, I mark him as well.
Okay. He's got 3 arrows over his head.
Yay. And that's all I do.
Alright, and we go to Hawthorne.
Alright. You said at the beginning of my turn I can save?
Yep.
And I don't. So I'm going to go ahead and do a backflip. And then charge my happy ass right at him.
Okay.
And try to stab him in the face.
Okay.
Let's see. -7. What's that? $17. I'm sure that doesn't hit.
No.
And I dance my happy ass my one square away.
Okay. Now we go to Odom.
Okay, so the save is a D20, right?
Zipper.
With
What-
nothing added to it or anything?
What bonuses do I add, if anything? I don't think there's a whole lot
Nothing.
of much.
Just D20, 10 or better saves.
Yay!
All right.
Well, if that's the case, then I'm going to smack it again with another crushing surge attack.
Okay.
It's not prone or anything, right?
No, it's still prone.
So it's combat advantage then.
Didn't it hit it with the 20?
So AC of 30.
Prone.
That's a hit.
Just a second. I just don't have my stuff saved here properly.
Oh my god, I hate Wizards of the Coast. Because now for some reason every time I look up anything, I have
Okay,
to
so it's
log in.
13 damage, and I get 12 temp hit points.
You said 13 damage, correct?
Yep. And it's marked again.
Okay. And we go to the serpent, who stands up.
Does that trigger an opportunity attack? I think it does.
I don't. For some reason, I don't think it does in 4E.
Yeah, I'm thinking we determine that standing doesn't, because it's not actively moving away.
Okay.
It would be awesome, but yeah, no.
And it turns its sights on Odom.
Ooh.
Bring it.
Does that mean I get to smash it?
28 versus AC.
That means I get to smash it.
That's going to hit.
And that's 10 damage. And you take an ongoing 5 poison damage. And a save versus will.
Where are you getting versus will again? There is no such thing. It's save or don't save. Okay. That's why it says save
Whatever.
ends.
Save ends. Whatever. Alright, and we go to Arlie.
Wait, I get to smash it for hitting Endus. Because I marked it too.
Okay.
Haha! So 16 plus 16, that's a 32.
That's a hit.
Yay. Where's my... Ah, there it is. Woo! On the table. 7, 5, so 14 damage.
Okay.
And it's my turn.
Give her.
Yay. Alright, last one didn't work. What do I want to do this time? Does it look at all like it's hurting at all?
Kind of.
Kind of. Sort of, but not really.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay. I'm gonna use my daily power on Pain of Death. And it's my charisma versus as well. Ooh, oh, that wasn't a good roll. That was a bad roll. Yeah, it's only an 18.
Does not hit.
Ooh. Stupid snake. I'm gonna remark him again. And has Endus taken any damage?
Not really.
Okay.
It bit me, but it didn't do damage.
Oh. Okay. Cool. Then in
My
that
entire
case-
thing is I'm a temporary hit point machine.
Oh, right.
So if I hit things or if I miss things, I just get more temporary hit points constantly.
Oh, cool. Alright, in that case, I'm good. I'm done.
Alright, we go to Hawthorne.
Alright, I'm gonna try to get this stupid poison crap off. And I don't.
Oh,
Of course.
Bot hates you.
So, I'm going to do my one-trick pony act. Run away. And charge at his face. Nat 20. That would be a crit.
Yay!
I'm also going to apply my backstab. My backstab ability, which is an extra 1d6 on hit. I guess I need to roll that. And my other damage is maxed out. That's so 53 damage.
Okay, he's hurting.
Oh, it's a lot of damage.
We go to Odom.
Okay, well, we're...
Oh, and he's prone.
First thing I want to try is just to save.
That's why it's 12 instead of 19.
So I made the save, so I don't take the ongoing damage. And I'll just hit it with a Crushing Surge again.
Okay.
For AC 23.
Does not hit.
Ah. Get more 10 hit points though. Okay, that's it for me.
It is going to shift 2 squares.
If it's shifting, I get to
This
smack
is
it.
an elusive shift ability. The Cobalt Serpent shifts 2 squares. Enemies lose combat advantage against the Cobalt Serpent and cannot regain combat advantage against it until the start of its next turn.
Okay.
That's fine, I still get to smack it. At least I'm pretty sure.
It doesn't allow opportunity.
Yeah, whenever a marked enemy that is adjacent to you
Because
shifts,
it's marked.
you get an attack against it.
Oh! I marked it too.
The elusive shift removes all combat advantage.
That's combat advantage, not
That's
marked.
fine.
Marking.
It doesn't remove the marks, and it doesn't mean that you don't get to smack it if it's a shift. AC 21, so I missed anyway.
I missed too. I only got a 17. Right. So it shifts and then
Can it shift while prone anyway?
sounded like it was like
It wasn't. I mean,
innate
it's-
ability.
It is an ability.
Yeah.
let me know.
Well, go for it.
Hmm?
I said go for it.
If I'm not supposed to do it, I don't want to do it.
Well, no, I mean, it's an innate ability, and it's a snake, and we were questionable and prone anyway, so...
Yeah. It seems fine.
I don't have a problem with it doing it. It's a totally snaky kind of thing to do.
Indeed. This is when it sloughs off a layer of skin on us and wraps us up in it.
That is just a terrible thought.
Well, it would totally suffocate you with one skin. You're only like a foot big.
You notice that the serpent, when it shifted, was dragging something,
Mm-hmm.
Oh my.
and once it shifted the 2 squares, you heard it let out a horrific, loud screech,
Oh. No.
and in return, you heard several screeches call back.
Uh-oh.
Where did the screeches come from?
Outside of this room.
Okay.
Oh, good.
And
Yay!
but Arlie,
You know it still had a standard, right?
Yeah, you can
Okay.
fight one of us. Okay. What do I want to do now? Very sad that I missed on my pain of death. What about the smite? It's not a creature of supernatural evil, is it?
I'm coming, Am.
Uh-oh.
No, it's not supernatural.
Yeah, I figured not.
Stop knocking at the plastic. I'm coming.
It's considered natural.
Go potty. Go potty. Go potty. Go potty. Did you feel left out? I'll sit over there for one second. Daisy, you are in the most horrible place. Yeah.
And the bird's out. Was that the one being all noisy tonight?
No, not for the most part. But
Alright.
he towers over the parakeets, and they chirp just to try to be big men.
Right. My greatsword glows a little bit, and I'm gonna try and smack the snake again.
Okay.
It's versus AC. Ah. Oh, it's not as bad as I thought, but still. That's a 23.
That does not hit.
All right then. Remark.
Alright. And we go to Hawthorne.
I'm going to try to save yet again.
You can do it.
Yay!
Hawthorne.
I save.
You just needed me to tell you you could do it.
And let me see here. I haven't looked at my other tricks.
I don't want to. No, you don't need up there.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my one-trick pony act. And kind of tumble down this way. Then charge it right in the face. .33 to AC.
Okay.
.43 damage.
Oh, it's dead.
Yay!
Oh.
With like 41 overkill.
Yay!
Well, I did hit it once, so yay.
you notice it shrivels up and it screeches horrifically as it dies and shrivels up and collapses, and you notice that it is on top of something.
Can I do like a strength check to try and lift it off of whatever it's on top of?
Sure.
Yay, strength check.
Love you.
Yep.
The bird is weird.
Oh, I always forget that I get a free after hitting with the melee attack to add 5 to the damage roll because of my gauntlets. I always forget I can do that. Sigh.
Yeah, this was the first time I remembered my, which one was it? My gloves that give me +2 to bloodied foes.
Well, I only got a 11 for strength check.
You can kick it around a little bit.
Help me get it off of whatever it's on. We need to see what it is.
I got an 8.
Oh, Endis.
You're just
Save
keep
us.
trying.
See, this is how you shove it off. 16.
Oh, jeez.
Between the three of you, you managed to get it off of whatever it was standing on or laying on.
What does it look like?
A chest.
Okay. How about we put the chest in a bag and we go? Because we heard things outside the room.
It's a small chest. It's nothing big.
Is it locked?
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm going to stand by the door. And
I pick it up and put it in my bag and go, let's go.
I climb into her bag to pick the lock.
No! Walking around like, get out of my bag!
21.
Doesn't pick it. And amidst the the scuffle of trying to climb into her bag, you were not able to pick that lock.
I continue trying.
Just gonna walk around with my bag going,
I can do this!
Well, normally I'd just do a take 20, but it doesn't sound like we have time for that right now.
no. That's why I'm saying let's go.
Alright, I climb out of the bag. I guess I'll do it later.
Thank you.
And I left my cat in the hallway the entire time.
Good job.
The cat was like, I'm not going near a giant snake. Are you kidding?
Hi.
Ah.
What are you doing?
Well, at least he'll be an early warning system.
What are you doing?
I, do my invisibility check and head back out to the hallway.
Okay.
I'm following shortly behind him.
Do
I was
happen
gonna
to
say,
see
I will
anything coming?
follow behind Odin again.
Okay.
Anything coming down the hallway?
You don't hear anything.
He's trying to chew the shit out of your cord.
Come here. Step up.
Alright, I go down to the next hallway if nothing gets in my way.
Okay.
I want to do a quick perception check as we're going to see if I hear anything else coming along after we heard the screams. That would be a perception. Where are you? Oh. 17.
Nope, you don't hear anything.
Alright.
And I see nothing where I've moved to.
No.
Look here, woman.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
So then I'm going to the right. I'm going to try to open that door.
Okay.
Does it open?
Yep.
I step inside.
There's a J. Kill it.
Oh my. Oh my.
Futurama.
3 things. Did I find the egg room?
The egg room.
Well, they're snakes, so they would lay eggs.
Oh, right.
No, you found that corner is actually, it's caved in that corner. The walls are collapsed in, the ceiling is collapsed down.
That's all that's in the room?
Yeah.
Man, now you got me yawning.
Sorry, I'm exhausted.
Alright, well then screw that room.
Me too.
I head over here and... Is that door open?
Yes.
I open the door and go in.
You kick in the door.
I kick in the door.
Wait, the butterfly's kicking in the door?
You go inside and you notice that there are snake skins in there, like shedded skins
Mm-hmm.
in there. Here, just step down there. Play with that. And you would notice something that appears to be nest-ish in nature.
Is there a... Who put in a tag that says unlooted in that room?
That was me.
Not it.
Oh, stop. No. What are you doing? No.
That looks like a nest.
Yeah, it looks nest-ish.
He's on your back.
I know. You climb something down all over the place.
I am leaving the
Back up
nest.
quickly.
I'm going down there.
Okay.
Door open.
Nope.
Is there a keyhole?
Yep.
I take
While
my
he's
time.
mucking about with that, I'm going to go down to the nest.
You're taking
What?
another 20?
Yeah.
Okay. Before you do that, I'm gonna need a perception check from everybody before you even get to the nest.
I got a 7.
She found the walls are made of dirt.
Woo.
17. I was too interested with going to the next room, apparently.
And as you would hear,
How do I actually roll good for perception?
Whoa, you're not a barrette. Get out of my hair.
It's like, I could totally be a brat.
Yeah, no. And as you would have heard screeching coming from further away, rather loud.
Which
multiple.
direction further away?
Let me find something to use. That direction-ish.
Okay.
Do I hear that after I came into the room or before I left?
As you
Up
were
there.
starting to come into the room.
Then I would turn around and go right back to there.
From standing there, you don't see anything, but you know that it's coming from down that hallway. Do you advise others?
I'm going to try and say, "Psst, over here!"
I'm picking a lock.
You're still going to take 20?
The entire combat's going to be over by the time you're done taking 20.
Huh? Okay. Well, you hang out there then, because we've got stuff to do. Because the take 20 takes how long?
20 minutes. Or 20 rounds.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It's basically like doing
aborted
it
at
20
any
times
time.
and eventually you'll roll a 20.
What?
So it could be aborted at any time.
This is you.
Fine, you know what? I'll just do it manually then. 32.
Yes, you picked the lock. Why do you take a 20 instead of rolling?
Because when we're not doing anything, it's easier and quicker just to take a 20.
Yeah.
It's
Like if you have the
it's
time
like 2
spending
minutes.
it, you do it so that you don't just waste the time rolling over and over and over and over and over and over and over.
Yeah, but it's funny to watch him roll. I don't know. I'm gonna need your headphones after this.
I step into the room.
Hey, Double, that's my ear. All right, welcome to the room.
We've come to the time of night where the DM is getting tired and is easily distracted.
If you start another encounter while we've got this encounter breathing down our necks,
Then it'll be fun.
I'll hold up the rear while me and Early charge out of here.
I'll just kite it back to you.
Uh,
I'm pretty sure I can hold a door shut against you.
I will help him.
Oh, you guys are mean.
Clean up your own messes.
You enter into the room and notice that there are 3 bodies hanging.
These dead buddies. Oh, hanging is.
Their arms are in shackles, their feet are in shackles. They are hanging from the ceiling, but their feet are attached to the wall.
Are they alive?
I don't know, can you see? Who has the
Are
light?
they hanging by the neck?
Yeah, it's a light back there.
Go
Yeah,
get
my
the light.
lantern's not reaching into that room.
I don't know that I ever brought along anything that creates light.
Well, you had something attached to your hand for a while.
You gave that up.
Quickly. I quickly gave that up. Well then I guess I'm aborting.
I have 2 magic lanterns now. If you really need one.
No.
The other one, the one that got stuck to him?
I will just go back and let them know about the possibly dead people.
We got.
I saw possibly dead people.
Yeah, so you don't know if they're dead or alive.
I said possibly.
I know. I didn't even say that there was a possibility of them being dead. I said there were 3 people.
You said bodies, actually.
Yeah, 3 bodies. Sorry.
Usually they're people when alive, bodies when dead.
Well,
Wait, what?
Yay, semantics.
Semantics are fun.
I wouldn't call them people anyway because they're not humanoid.
Are you saying anything that's not humanoid isn't a person? That's
Yep.
so racist.
Oh, sorry. Sorry about that. For any, bugbears listening.
So I come back and tell them about the possibly dead people. And
Okay.
because this is the first time they haven't really just followed me randomly as I decided I'm going to pick locks and look for stuff.
True.
So I'm just kind of like, what? Because I didn't hear whatever the noise was. Apparently.
You would notice that the screeching halted, or I should say subdued. Like it got really, really loud, and then now it's really, really quiet again.
Did I ever hear any of this?
Only if Odin told you.
I told them I heard something coming.
Well,
Are you telling us that it's subsided?
Yeah, what you heard has now subsided. You heard it like it got really loud for a moment. Well, not like really loud, like loud enough for you to have noticed it, and then it got really quiet again. And all you hear is the drip, drip of water.
Okay, there was screeching up there. Thought it was coming.
Want me to go take a look?
Are you going to be able to see anything when you get up there?
Probably not.
Do you want one of my ever-burning torches?
That kind of gives my invisibility away.
Well, do you want to see or not see?
How far do those torches, or not the torches, but the lantern light? Like that lightly light the entire hallway?
I don't know.
I thought it was 20 feet.
That sounds right.
Well, that sucks.
We could be wrong, but it just sounds right for some reason.
10 square radius. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's 7 to the back wall of that other room. So I'll just go ahead, because where Odom is, I'll be able to see.
Where are you going?
I am heading up the hallway toward the noise. If I can grab my guy, there we go. To see if I can find out what's going on.
You don't see anything. Like, you can see walls and all that, but nothing catches your eye.
How about if I step into the cross section there? Do I see anything kind of down either side? Probably wouldn't be able to see far, but...
Give me a perception check.
No, I suck at perception.
Maybe you should fix
You're
it.
supposed to be a scout.
You say
15.
suck, but your score is still like twice what our bonus is.
True.
Yeah, you don't really notice anything.
And what if I... Is that a door right there in front of me?
Yeah.
Does it open?
No.
Is it locked?
Yeah.
Is there a keyhole?
Yeah.
You like watching me roll. 24.
Pick the lock. As soon as you hear it click, that screeching starts.
Oh, jeez. Maybe you should stop picking locks.
I think it's reacting to sound.
I come back to Odom. I'm like,
Did you do that door shut?
yeah, I never opened it. You said as soon as it clicked, the screeching started.
Just making sure. Refrigerate.
I'm not gonna be like, hey, look, screeching, let me go in this room. So I come back and let them know that I went up there, I picked it, and that's when the screeching started.
Arlie and Odom, give me a perception check to see if you heard that.
I got a 1, so I'm deaf.
24.
Odom heard it. Arlie barely hears her own breath.
Did you say something?
Arlie's in the corner singing a song.
La, 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 la. Sigh.
Well, if they're not coming in the door, maybe we should check these other rooms first.
Unless the lock was meant to keep something in and not things out.
So what are you doing?
I'm gonna go check that nest.
Okay.
I'll follow them.
Methodically minded. If you open this door, we have to check this room first.
You find broken eggs. Like, there used to be eggs. There used to be a lot of eggs, probably 24,
Lovely.
roughly. But all the eggs are broken. You can tell that they've been broken for a while.
Okay, so something hatched itself out here. A couple dozen.
Well,
I love these things.
that room would just be horrible to keep a couple of dozen of those serpents in.
Slipped.
We went up to the room with the people or bodies or things or stuff chained to
Alright.
the wall.
Alright. The being right in front of the door, number 3. Nothing out of the ordinary about her, except the fact that she is dead.
And what is she?
It's a good question. I didn't put thought into that.
She's a person. It's all that matters.
She's
Well, she
dead.
said not humanoid, which is why I've got it.
Yeah, they're. She's a monstrous. Let's go with.
Monstrous who's what's it?
Yeah.
I'm going nuts on your chin.
He likes to kiss.
And I did just say the phrase nuts on your chin.
What's that race that I couldn't remember?
Oh yeah, that one.
I was like, not at all. Don't get fussy with me, mister. Oh, poop stink.
On a stick, what?
That's not it.
Is this something highly important?
It could be potentially. You just notice it to be one of the psionic races. We'll just go with that.
Okay, that works. Next body. Wait, we realized that was the dead one, right?
Yeah, you know she's dead.
Do they appear to be prisoner-ish as far as, like, scrappy clothing and...
Oh yeah.
Alright, well, I'm not searching them for goods then.
Yep, and you can tell that she was starved.
That's sad. Perhaps we should kill all the beings here.
Are you checking in the other two or just her?
We should check the other two. Stomp over to the other one.
Which one? One or two?
Number one.
One? One you would notice that he is barely alive.
Ooh, got a live one.
He has been beaten heavily and is hanging limply. Your presence does not waken him.
Can I lay on hands him?
Sure.
I've never actually used that yet this game.
Gira sees a guy chained to the wall, and their first thought is to lay hands on that guy.
Yep.
While she's dealing with that, I'm going to go over to number 2 and check them out.
Don't want him to die on us.
Kalashtar.
Yes.
Kalashtar. The first one was a Kalashtar.
I need to write that down.
Is this one also a Kalashtar?
The one that you're healing, yes.
Yeah.
The one that Odom's at is Roji. Beaten, bruised, nearly beyond recognition.
So my lay on hands basically returns to him the amount of hit points that would be equal to if he used a healing surge.
Okay.
So
So he's slightly less dead.
yeah.
it's about the best I could do.
He barely comes to, and you see a look of concern on his face. He starts mumbling something about where is she, and you see him kind of fade in and out. Like he comes to and he's like, "Where is she? Where is she?" And then he like passes out, and then he comes back to and he's like, "Where is she?" And then he'll pass out again. So he's not really all there.
Yeah.
He is still
Okay, I'm
chained
gonna-
to a wall.
Yeah. I try to gesture for Hawthorne to come over to pick his locks so he can be unlocked.
So with these chains, they're like locked in. They're not just something we can unclasp.
No, they're locked. or
Lord.
latched.
23.
Yep, they're free.
Okay, I want to say over my shoulder, I've got Roji here, and I'm going to pull out some of my leaves. I'm going to start slapping leaves onto him. Or whatever. Rub the leaves onto his wounds.
29 for Roji.
We're just free. I just picture you like licking leaves going your heel.
Yep. There we go.
That's exactly what I was imagining.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they are both free. Roji falls to the ground. He is. You can tell he's alive, but he is nowhere near conscious.
That's why I'm
Alright.
going to use some of my leaves on him.
I tell Odin, pick him up, throw him over your shoulder. We should get out of here. I pick the other guy up,
Well,
like
if we can get him
fireman.
walking, then I don't have to worry about carrying him.
Yeah,
Okay.
just shove them in your mouth.
You heard, like, yelling and stuff. I can't hear Endus now.
Endus, we see you speaking, but we hear nothing.
Oh, he's just totally frozen now.
Oh, there he went.
No.
And I'm getting that stupid there's a problem with the call thing again. Oh,
Yep.
he's back.
Oh, I hate my
Yay.
ISP. Oh my god.
So my suggestion was that you shove Roji into your mouth.
I can give
One,
him a lay on
two.
the hands too.
2, no. 3, he won't fit.
You said you had 40 cubic feet. That should fit in.
Inside.
That should fit a body.
The entryway is still in my mouth.
I whack Roji and give him a lay on the hands.
He just on your desk.
Oh.
I think he just got his tail in it.
All I heard was he just on your desk, and that
That's-
can't possibly be good.
That's exactly what he said. He pooped on my desk.
I think he got his tail in it.
No, you can't have a wet wipe. Wet wipes are not for birdies.
Alright.
Okay, so
Alright, so you lay on hands on Roji. He is still out cold.
10 hit points back with that one. I was looking to find out what his number was.
And you said you two are picking up the beings that are alive.
Yeah.
Alright,
It was
Now
just
what?
Roji and the other guy, right?
that's correct.
you could drape him over the cat.
How big is Roji? I thought he was like human size.
He's pretty
Yeah,
big,
he's a
I
good
thought.
size, so he's same height as a human is.
That's what I thought.
I mean, I could carry him out. That's not
Is-
the issue. It's just that I can't really fight effectively if I'm carrying him over my shoulder. So it would be
He's
better
6 foot.
if you get
You can
walking.
just, drop him whenever.
Set him down.
An enemy!
Flop.
Wah!
Floop. I'll be
Flop.
back. Don't move.
I've got the other guy fireman style carrying him. Like, we need to
Okay.
get out of here. Let's go.
Alrighty. And are you guys making like straight way to the exit, or what are you
Yes.
doing? Move
We
move
should
yourselves
get out
accordingly.
here. I can't move myself.
But there's rooms we haven't looted.
I don't care. We need to get out of here now.
I'm all about the loot.
I know.
Well,
Guys, we need to go.
to take another
Yeah,
angle,
Roji.
obviously the people who are in here are not good people, and stopping them doing what they're doing might be a good use of our time.
Yeah.
See?
But all of us getting captured would not be a good use of our time.
Yeah, we'll stab things. We won't get captured.
That is not like we have 2 people we have to take care of now. Like they can't fight.
We don't have to
Out
take
of
care
here.
of them.
The halls aren't that big. We can keep things from getting past us.
We're not leaving them.
No, I didn't say we would leave them. I said we
I was
would
saying
clear
that to the butterfly.
complex.
I didn't say leave them either. I just said we don't have to take care of them.
What are we gonna do with them if we're not taking care of them? Like we have to get them.
I mean,
out.
we'll eventually take them out, but they'll be fine laying in a corner for a while.
No, they won't. You don't know that.
Sure, they
I
will.
don't even know what the things in here are.
We'll get them walking, and then they can follow behind us and stay out of the way.
Okay. I can only expend so much healing, and I don't know what use this guy is, or or will be.
I've got more of these leaves I can use too.
All right, it's
I
gonna
have
take a
confirmed
bit.
that I can't heal anybody by stabbing, so I'm of no help there.
All right. Rogie is still out cold.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I hit him with another lay on the hands.
Whack.
You're healed.
Exactly what I was thinking. Yeah, no, you notice that he is out cold. If you investigate further, you would notice that he is drugged. Heavily.
Okay. I'll tell you, this is not getting anywhere. Like, healing him is not going to get him conscious again. Like, we need to get out of here so we can figure out what is keeping him unconscious.
Well, if we leave enemies behind us here, they'll just come and jump us later on. We fought one snake. That's not what kidnapped these people.
I'm not sure
I
we're in the
agree.
shape to take them out right yet, though. Like, at least we
Roji
know.
isn't, but we're not expecting him to. They didn't try and take us all on at the village, so they don't have the strength to take us all on.
Yes, but
saying we crushed
Roji
them.
might know something, so we can, when we get him, like, better and healed, we can find out information from him. So we should take him back to the village and treat him.
That lets these guys
To know
escape
what we're
or
doing.
attack us.
I agree with the Marble Man.
We have the
You
initiative.
just want loot.
And to stab things.
I think by pressing on, we're just putting them in greater danger, and we need to get them out for
I
right
think
now.
if we leave, we're putting them in greater danger because we're leaving these guys behind us, totally free to come after us again.
But we know they're there now, and we'll
Yes,
have
so
some
we should go
information
kill
for
them.
him. No, we don't know where exactly in this maze they are. We need to get out.
The thing is, if we get out and we leave, they will eventually notice that one of their pet things in snake form has been hacked to death.
Yes.
They will know somebody was here. Which
Yes.
means either they will no longer be here.
They will also
or
know
they will
somebody was here
retaliate.
because 2 of their prisoners are missing.
Exactly. Therefore, they will
Like-
either leave, and when we come back, they won't be here, or they will find a way to retaliate.
And we can hunt them down again with more information. We don't know enough right now.
Or we can stab
We're
them to death
dragging
now.
drugged and incoherent people into battles. This is a bad plan.
Well, the other
Bad
guy there
plan.
is awake, right?
No. He is coming in and out of consciousness and being completely incoherent. Like, neither one of them are conscious.
Well, let's take them with us. We'll put them down before we go into the next rooms. That room at the top where everything's screeching at, let's just not go in there.
I'll relock that door.
Ah,
But it looks like we're
That's fine.
looping around. So let's see if we can come out the other entrance there and clear the rest of this complex.
all right, well, we need to get going. Whatever we're doing. Get out of here.
First thing I do is head right back to that door to try to relock it.
It locks.
We could also try, like, barricading ourselves inside a room.
That would not accomplish a whole lot.
We give us time to let these guys recover. Let the drugs go through their system.
Yeah, but we don't know if they will recover or if, like, we need to treat them with something we don't have here. That's why I want to go back to the place with the herbology and the alchemy that might be able to treat them.
We'll go there after we make sure there's nothing behind us.
The door I'm in front of, is there porthole, anything to see in?
No.
By the way, I assume we're dragging 2 and 1 along with us.
Yeah, we'll just make the
Carrying.
assumption.
I'm carrying one.
Is the door
Yeah,
in
but then
front
we're
of me
putting them down in the
locked?
hallway.
Is the door locked? Yes.
I will pick the lock very poorly.
That will not open the door. What are you? Whatever.
I will pick the lock.
That'll open the door.
I open the door and walk in.
It is a room.
That's helpful.
You see something that looks like a nest as well. Again, there are more hatched eggs. And,
What is he doing?
he's a dork. And you notice that the wall has caved in over in this corner.
I back out. Head further down the hallway.
Okay.
Porthole, anything on this door?
Negative.
Is the door locked?
Yep. You notice this door is different than the others.
Let's check the end of the hall first, maybe.
Okay.
Just because that's open.
I'll come to the end here and see what's in this little area.
Give me a thievery check.
A who?
Thievery.
You agree?
$24.
You know that there is a trap in that room.
In this room.
In that room.
Do I know where?
You're about to know where.
Other than that, the room is empty, though?
Yeah. You know what?
I, back up and relay that information.
Okay.
Let everybody know, hey, there's a trap. When we get into that next room, you're going to want to follow exactly where I walk and not go off to the sides.
Can you not disable the trap?
What kind of trap is it? Is it a pit trap? Is it a springy trap? Is it a stab you in the face trap?
I like to stab you in the face trap. That sounds nice.
It's a stab you in the face trap. I'm not trying to undo that if we can walk around it.
It's a spear trap. So it'll shoot spears.
So, Indiana Jones, step on the wrong square and something hurls at your head. Okay. Yeah,
Anything else
so,
in that room?
Nothing that I saw.
That would be a correct statement.
So this door is different than the others, you said?
That's correct.
We have a key.
I'm gonna use the key. Instead of trying to pick the lock.
The door opens without hassle, without noise. It's the only silent door in the entire facility.
I step inside. Invisible.
You're inside.
And apparently I see a purple dot.
Yes, that it would be a large chest.
Oh,
Ooh.
A very ornate,
Uh,
shiny chest.
Ornate shiny chest. I'm going to...
try the key.
No. Look for traps.
Good
32.
call.
Oh god, it's a self-replicating trap.
There you go.
Those are the trap spots.
Those are the trap spots.
I'm coming right to here. And does the same key from the door seem to fit this chest, or would I have to get in front of the chest?
You would have to be in front of the chest to see.
What kind of trap is it?
Which one?
The
The
one
one
right
in front of the chest.
The one in front of the chest is a hole trap. Trapdoor.
You can fly.
Yeah.
That's why I'm asking. It's like if it's a plate that is a pressure plate or if it's a hole.
Yeah, it
Who
doesn't.
cares?
Okay, yeah,
I was gonna say
I'm
any
flying
of these
right over
traps,
top of that.
really.
Currently, you look like you're under it.
Well, that's only because of stupidness, but yeah, I hover so I don't touch the pressure plate.
Okay. I would recommend that you investigate the chest before opening it. Because I'm a
Nah,
nice DM.
ignore the DM warning. They don't give those for any good reason. Kitty! Kitty, 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 kitty. Oh, bye-bye, kitty.
18.
Did that cat just jump out of the ceiling?
No, well, yeah, actually, I think it came out of the top there onto the bookcase and out there.
You have ceiling cat.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, DM.
We've got a leak. We had a leak in the wall coming in from our flue from the fireplace, and it was coming in here into the inbuilt bookshelf I have there. So we've got the roof of it pulled off right now, and he wants to know what's up there.
Of course. Why wouldn't you want to know what's up there?
Here, just hand me that.
That was pretty awesome. I was just like, magically appears a cat.
Give us just a second.
I managed to spill Papa John's garlic butter all over my desk.
Oh no. That's not good.
All over your computer or just the desk?
Luckily, just the desk.
That's
Missed the mouse, the keyboard, the mouse pad.
Praise the Lord for that.
because that would never get out.
Yeah, bag of chips on my desk. My old character sheet had a drop of barbecue sauce from when we had meatballs. Well, the bag of chips stuck to the barbecue sauce. So when I grabbed the bag of chips,
You don't get
it
chips.
tipped over the garlic sauce. Like, oh, that's fun.
Alright, you would notice that there is something odd about the chest, but you're not entirely certain what it is. Something just ain't right. Your gut feeling's saying that this ain't good. Quack.
Run away, run away.
He's quacking at me.
I'm going to... Actually, you know what? Screw it. I'm taking a 20 on it.
You're gonna spend 20 rounds?
Hell yes.
Alright, you notice that it is trapped. You know that a standard disarming method would not disarm it.
Magically trapped.
Somebody wake the damn wizard up.
You would notice, just my mouth, stop it. You would notice that there are gems on the side of the chest that are different colors. Let me do it this way. Give me you.
Oh, I'm gonna have to reprint that.
That's alright. These 6 little circles on the bottom right of the map, those are the gems that you notice on the front of the chest. They are on both sides of the lock, but the right side looks a little different than the left.
Okay. What different?
Like they're meant to be pushed.
It's a combination lock.
There is also a keyhole on the chest, and you would have noticed that the key that went in the door would also fit in this chest.
I assume that.
Will you stop eating my paper?
Does the rock that we found in the chest along with the key seem to match any of these stones, or is it colorful like these stones?
Well, where's the rock right now?
In my pocket.
Are you gonna pull it out and take a look at it?
Yes, I am.
When you pull it out and you have it next to the chest, you notice that it is lighting up and changing colors.
Okay, this is really not good because there's a bunch of other spots we haven't checked, and if we need items from all over the damn place to open this chest, we've got a lot of work to do.
Well, it's changing colors. Does it appear to be in any pattern?
Mm-hmm.
And what pattern do I notice?
You notice that that rock is going red, green, green, blue, blue, red.
Ah, crap. Say that again?
Red, green, green, blue, blue, red. I think it was.
That was just one green.
Okay. But you said these stone things are on both sides.
Mm-hmm. But the ones on the right side look like they're meant to be pushed.
Oh, the ones on the left don't. Well, I'm gonna push. Wait.
He's like, I'm gonna push all the
I was
buttons.
well, no, I was gonna push them, but then I'm like, does which red and which green in which order matter?
Well, on the one side, there's only going to be a stone of each color, right? And if those are the only ones that can get pushed, those are the ones you push.
Well,
I would
thought
assume.
the set of 6 was on both sides.
There is a set of 6 on both sides, but only one set of 6 can be pushed.
So I'm looking at buttons that look like this thing in the lower right, and have to decide which red to push first, which green to push first, and which blue to push first.
It's an interesting question.
Yeah.
We may
More.
need to find something else elsewhere in the area.
The more interesting question is what happens if I push the wrong button.
Well, we can leave the room and you can try.
Gee, thanks.
Yeah, there's no obvious pattern there if it's red, green, green, blue, blue.
You just notice the basic pattern. There's no...
Well, there would be 2 schools of logic. Well, 3. Oh, there goes Odom.
Oh,
We'll wait. He'll be back.
hopefully. Also, I need to point out it's 9:44.
Holy crap, is it?
Yep. Uh-oh. This is
Yeah.
taking longer.
He doesn't seem to be coming back this time. No.
Amorous, you're a dork.
Known issue. Well, anyway, is it doing something?
I think I'm coming back now.
Oh, sounds like it.
We hear
I
you.
heard him. You're still of yourself, but I heard you.
He's still Hellboy to me.
For some reason, it turned my video off. I have no idea
Oh.
why.
There we go.
I have paused of the last thing I saw of him. He's just in there.
So my
Oh, there you go.
3 schools of thought is that it's either going to be forward logical, reverse logical, or random. Forward logical being left to right, up top to bottom. Reverse being right to left, bottom to top. And then random being random.
Or it doesn't matter.
I like that you decided to define random. with random.
Well,
Like it may just not matter. It may be like either of the reds, then both greens, then both blues, then then the last red. But do you want to try that, or do you want to look for elsewhere
What?
in the complex to see if we can find something?
and then there's the question: is it key first or key after? Or maybe like everything else, we're overthinking this. I'm going to push the leftmost red.
I am outside the room. I'm just reiterating it, like not even standing in the doorway, standing to the side of the door.
I trust him. I'll stand at the door.
I don't even know if the DM's
I
paying
am
attention.
protecting our two
I am paying
unconscious
attention.
beings with us.
I push the leftmost red,
Okay.
the top green,
Okay.
the bottom green,
Okay.
the left blue,
Okay.
the right blue, and the right red.
Okay.
And then I stick the key in and turn it.
And you hear a click.
Like a good click like it opened.
You just hear click.
I try to open it.
The chest, it's heavy. You're not able to lift it.
Well, and I guess Odom could come in from the side. Not from the side, but diagonally and open it. Because I'm kind of over a pit trap.
What kind of trap was the other one there?
Yeah. Yeah, what was the other kind of trap to the top of the...
The top and bottom are spikes that come up through the ground.
That's no good either.
I'm just going to, I guess, disarm the pit trap, because that's the least dangerous to me if I fail. 24.
Yeah, you disarm it.
Okay. So I kind of yell over for Odom. Alright, trap here's disarmed, chest is unlocked, I just can't get it open.
Okay, I'll try and open the chest.
Okay.
I'm gonna move your little trap out of the way here since it's no longer a trap.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
This is where it either gets loot or bad.
No, the chest opens just fine. Inside it, you find. Get up there. Roughly 4,000 gold pieces.
Ooh.
You would find. Make sure I get this right here.
So as far as I'm concerned, that's 1,000 gold pieces for me, 1,000 for Odom, 1,000 for Agera, and 1,000 for Carlin. Because Rosie
No.
didn't do shit.
Carlin's a cat. He doesn't get a share. So that means 1333 for you, 1333 for...
Carlin can have one gold piece.
No, I'll take 1334 for doing all the trap work and the door work.
Right.
Like that extra gold piece.
Inside, you also find an item called a Cloak of Poison, level 10. 2 Thunderstones. And a mix of rubies, emeralds, sapphires, and diamonds.
Does everyone have some way of transporting stuff like this?
I got my bags.
Well, are they just like normal bags, or are you going to be able to carry this, like your share of stuff?
Mine are just normal bags. They're on my cat, but just normal bags.
Well, if your cat can carry them, then that's not as big a deal. I'm just thinking in terms of weight. Like, I mean, if we, because I've got this bag of holding, I could just eat everything and we can divvy it up later.
That's fine with me. I mean, at this point, I have no reason not to trust you.
Pretty much.
That's pretty much why I got the bag of holding, was to serve as pack mule if we needed it. Okay, well, I'll just start shoveling gold into my mouth.
Oh, gosh. Now the big bad ports in and goes, really? You're eating the gold?
All right.
Oh God!
What?
I just looked at the cloak of poison.
Hmm.
The cloak of poison has a property that whenever you roll a natural 1 on an attack or saving throw, you start to take ongoing 10 poison damage.
Oh, I do not want that cloak. I have rolled so many ones this campaign.
But
There's got to be an advantage.
anytime somebody hits you as an immediate reaction and counter power, you can give them ongoing 5. That just seems like you have a lot more risk than reward with that cloak.
Mm-hmm. Especially if you're prone to rolling once.
And it would have to go to a tank, because...
I was going to say, it might be okay on me.
Alright, now what? What are you guys doing? You're carrying Roshi and another person?
No, I
think
we can get out
we
here.
should go back to the town.
I inform
Whoever's
everyone...
responsible for this doesn't seem to be here, so now I don't know where they are. Let's just get out of here.
We could always open that other room with the screeching.
No, we should not.
You can go over that other room with the screeching.
I said we could, I didn't say we should.
All I know
think
is
we
we've got
should go.
like 4 dozen broken eggs, and I can make a guess as to what's in that room.
I tell everyone to make sure that they basically stay along the left wall as we go through this next room and not go towards the center of the room at all. And then as I come down to this door, it's locked. Is there a keyhole?
Nope.
Can I throw the rock at it?
No, but if you look up, you see a hook and eyelash at the top.
I unlatch that
You can open the door.
and open the door. And we're back where we started.
Yay, let's get out quickly.
Do you want to let that she-bear out with her cubs?
Oh,
I
right.
can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll come down here
Let's
and
do that.
unlock their cage and hope the hell they don't eat me.
Well, you're
We're gonna
invisible.
try and heal,
Yeah, true,
do
I
a lay
can
on
be
the hands
invisible.
of the bear. 'Cause she was
Unlock
close to dead.
bear cage.
I'll just stand by this door and everybody can stay in this room. And that way, there's just the inedible golem guy and she can not see anything to eat.
27 to unlock the bear cage.
The bear cage opens. The door opens up. Like you unlock it, the door opens, and you see the cubs jump around and try and stir their mother. She is barely moving. She lifts her head, but she's not able to actually lift her body up and walk.
Lay on hands. And tea leaf.
Well, she looks like she's starving. We could try and cut some of that cobalt snake over and bring it back over to her.
Yeah?
Didn't that thing have poison?
It did.
Yeah, but rattlesnakes have poison. They still make good eating.
Yeah, but you have to be very careful about how you do that. I don't
wasn't
have the
saying we're not gonna
knowledge to
feed her
do
the
that.
head. We can feed her the tail.
Yeah, but we don't have the knowledge to know.
We-
Like, it didn't come from a bite; it oozed out of it. Like
We have a perfectly good Kalashtar to feed her.
a what?
Dude.
The Kalashtar that you rescued.
No. No.
Let's not teach the bear to be a sentient humanoid eater.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
I could give it a trail ration.
Like, that's about all I have too.
Well, they're omnivores. That might work, actually.
Is that what you're doing?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay. You pull the food out of your pack and her head perks up. As you go to offer her a little bit of your food, she comes forward towards you very slowly and takes it out of your hand very cautiously. And you see that she is she's sharing with her cubs as she's eating. But as you go to walk away, Hawthorne, she is now following you. Quack.
Can you like communicate with animals?
That's a ranger.
Oh right.
Only his
I
animal.
keep forgetting he's not a ranger because he has a cat.
Nope, I stabbed things.
All right, I'll leave a pile of rations for them.
Well, they're following us.
They're
Oh, they
following
are
Hawthorne.
oh,
well,
I thought
the mom is following Hawthorne. The babies are following the mama.
Yeah. Okay,
Oh,
I
good,
thought
it's like
you
a
said
row of
they
ducks.
didn't follow us.
No.
Okay, then that's fine. Let's go.
It's now a major case of you fed me, I like you.
I
Yes,
fed him.
that's
I tossed him another trail ration. Mine are kind of small.
No, as long as she doesn't try and eat us, and you know, I'm not all that worried about her trying to eat me. So it's another set of senses looking out for things trying to attack us. So
Yep,
All right.
fine.
As soon as you exit out into the forest again, you notice that the bear is like breathing in very deeply. The cubs are jumping all over the place, and you also would notice that it is nearly dark.
Oh, we should make it back to the town. Like,
how
Yeah.
long would it take us to get back to town?
About an hour.
Yeah, let's just head back to town then.
Yep.
do the bears follow us back to town?
Oh yeah, these bears are absolutely. The mama bear is absolutely in love with Hawthorne.
Fantastic.
Great. I am thrilled.
No, we're not. We're not done yet, Emerus. He's trying to turn pages in my book. When you return to town, the gnolls are startled by the return with 3 bears and a
2
clash
unconscious
car.
people?
Yeah, they're a little like, whoa, wait a minute.
What happened? You guys wander out in the wilderness and you come back with 3 bears and 2 unconscious people.
But after one dude, and we came out with 2 dudes and bears.
You notice that Lokhtar's wife is very eager to take care of the 2 unconscious beings. She very quickly just shows you what building to bring them into, and says, "Don't worry, we'll take care of them. We take care of them." And immediately, as soon as you put them down, kicks you out of the room.
Okay.
Very promptly. You would find that Hawthorne, you would find that the mama bear is not so easily swayed to leave your side now that you have freed her and fed her.
Okay, that's something else to fight for me.
And the cubs are obviously not leaving their mama's side.
Yeah.
That part kind of sucks because they're easy prey.
So you now have...
Then again, I could always
A
lead them
pack.
out into the middle of the woods, go invisible, and then run away. But it's like releasing them to the wild. It's not like I'm being mean to them.
So, yeah, there you go. That was there's your day.
Oh my gosh. Alright. Yay. See
Alright.
you next week. I'll be able to use Google Docs.
Hopefully that snake was actually worthwhile to those guys, because it's the only thing we managed to actually kill.
Hey, I offered to go open the other door.
No, it wasn't that. It was the guys who took Roji that I was hoping we'd find.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm sure it wasn't the snake.
Are you opening the chest that's in Arlie's bag?
Oh,
We should
yep.
do that now that we're
Yes.
home. Back.
Yep.
Take 20.
Okay. In that you find a crown of doors and a torque of justice.
A who of what and a who of what?
Crown of doors and torque of justice.
What's a twerk?
TORC. It's a necklace.
It's an armband or necklace.
I would disagree with that.
About which?
No, Critical Hit has a character named Torque. He's
Yeah.
always just real dumb and guttural. That was my very bad impression. What level is the crown?
Level 6.
Ah,
Why? What's the crown?
No, I'm sorry, 16.
that's a
the
16? Holy crap. What about the torque?
That should be a 10. Yeah. It's level 10.
Well, the crown is a bonus to perception to find secret doors and hidden passages.
Nice.
And the level 16 version is worth 45,000.
Oh.
The
Well, the
torque.
crown sounds useful for you.
Well, since they took that being a perception, it really should work for anyone, not just a rogue.
Well, yeah, but I figured you would get the most use out of it since that's kind of your role.
I'm trying to
And
right here, dude.
It's all good.
the torque is whenever you spend a healing surge. In addition to the healing surge, you choose an enemy that you can see. Till the end of your next turn, you get a +2 attack and damage against that enemy. And it has a daily minor action that bloodied allies within 5 squares of you gain 10 temporary hit points.
That's nice.
It's probably something Arlie should have.
Would using my lay of hands work that since it makes somebody use a surge, or is it just when I use a surge for myself?
I think it's when you use a surge for yourself.
Yeah, it says whenever you use a surge, so I don't know if paladins have any abilities that they use a surge to heal someone else, but that would trigger it.
That's what lay on hands is I use a surge ability to heal somebody else.
But it
And
burns.
you can use lay on hands on yourself, right?
Huh?
I think. I'm pretty sure you can use lay on hands on yourself too.
Yeah, but it would be kind of silly because I have to have surges to use it. So, like, why would I just not surge?
Because you can't just surge, I don't think. Like, there's a
Yeah.
second wind that lets you do a surge, but you can't just surge 15 times in a
Oh,
fight.
right. I forget that's how it works all the time. Okay.
So your lay hands uses one of your surges to heal someone else.
I think it lets them do a surge.
So it's
It says, I spend a healing surge but regain no hit points. Instead, the target regains hit points
Okay.
as if they had spent a healing surge.
yeah, that would trigger it then.
And I have to have at least one healing surge to use it.
Well, that's definitely a good one for you then, because you can spend your surges a lot more effectively than anybody else.
Okay. What was it? What slot was it?
It's neck.
Neck.
Oh, okay. I have an amulet of protection that I can switch out for if somebody wants an amulet of protection.
I got a badge of the Berserker, which I really, really want.
Me too.
Ah.
Lets you ignore attacks of opportunity on charges. So it's basically like, I don't care how many people are between me and my target. I'm hitting my target.
Well, I'll keep that in my bag then as an extra. What was the torque called again?
Torque of Justice.
Cool.
What level was the Thunderstone? Is that one also a 10?
I think so. Pull that up. Yeah. And there were 2 of them.
Alright. Area burst 1 within 10. Pulsate versus Fortitude on a hit. Target takes 1d4 thunder. Push 1 square. And deafened. Interesting. I guess we could give the Thunderstones to Roji.
Oh, what did they do again?
They're alchemical items. You chuck them, and where they hit, it does a small burst that does 1d4 damage, knocks them back a little bit, and deafens them.
Oh. Yeah, that'd be a good thing to give to him.
So, Endis, what are you using as a cloak right now?
What slot do cloaks take right now?
Neck, I think.
Because I think they're neck slots.
Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah.
That would suck.
Yeah, 4th edition did some weird things like that where cloaks suddenly became neck slots out of nowhere.
Yeah, they are. Holy crap. May end up just selling that cloak of poison then.
Yeah, the drawback to that is kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
If I was immune to poison, which I'm not, then it might be a lot more advantageous.
And I roll way too many ones to even bother with that.
Alright, did we want to worry about splitting now, or did we want to just split it all later, either
We've
via-
got all those gems that we have to split too,
Yeah.
and we don't have easy valuations on those. So we could split the gold. I mean, do we want to do that 4 ways with Roji, or do we want to do it 3 ways? I don't know. You can make the argument either way.
Yeah, I don't really care.
I usually just do 4, but I don't care either. But whatever we decide, we should make sure we do it that way.
In the long run, it all
Yeah.
ends up being party cash anyway.
Yeah, it might be better to just do 4. That way we're all getting equal progression the whole way through, even if people miss sessions here and there.
Yeah.
Works with me.
So that's 1,000 gold each
Ooh.
of straight gold, and then we got the
Angel
gems we can work out next week.
Yeah.
$800 EXP.
I'd like some Angel Steel armor, please. Thanks.
I'll keep that in mind.
Wow, a whole dungeon crawl. And we killed something. And we got 800 experience?
You have to slow down your experience progression.
That's mean.
Sorry.
So is
you
800
think
good?
level 10. I have to reel you in.
Yeah.
You did? I thought we were only level 8.
We're only, yeah, we're 8.
Oh, 8. Sorry. Still.
You're just
I was
handing us
like,
level
wait a
10 gear.
minute.
Sorry.
So we pretty much said that the Thunderstones are going to Roji.
Mhm.
Because I don't really want them, and I don't think either of you two would use them up in combat.
Not really, no.
I'd
I
never
have much
think
better
about
AoE
it.
maneuvers I can use.
Yeah, I could breathe on things.
You need to stop.
Hydra
And-
Charge is something I'm just dying to use.
And Arlie,
One of my encounter powers is Hydra Charge, which basically lets me charge people and then do an AoE attack and hit everybody.
Nice.
Arlie suggested the crown to me. Does that make sense to everybody else?
Yeah, I mean,
Everybody else. And
I think it's better to have one person who's really good at finding traps and stuff, rather than 2 people who are kind of mediocre at it.
Yeah.
Which is what it would be if any of the rest of us took it.
I just didn't want to be like, I'm taking this.
No, I'm just looking at the stuff. There's not a whole lot there that really toots my horn, unfortunately, but
I mean, ideally, I'd want a, oh, I can't remember what it's called. The helmet that, increases your charge damage. But I think my damage is decent as is.
Yeah. Mr. Hitting for 58.
Hey, that was a crit.
Still.
Yeah. Mm.
Alright, all this being said, I am going to go crash for the night because I'm about to fall asleep at my desk.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that will conclude the session for this evening. We will end at, you guys are back in Danla, and Roji and the Clash Tar are in good hands, and Hawthorne has a family of bears stalking him.
Yay! Family of bears.
We will pick up same bat time, same bat channel.
Okay. See you guys next
All right.
week.
Adios.
Bye-bye.
See ya.